You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
From Schumann Stadium on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon, we welcome you into our pregame show for Ball State football here on SportsLink Digital Radio. I'm Ryan Stojetz, and I'm joined by the color analyst for today's game between the Cardinals and Huskies, AJ Swiatek. AJ, it's great to be with you.
Happy homecoming to all who celebrate. I reiterate the message. It's great to be up here, a stoic day in Ball State history. Bronze Stock trophy on the line always means a little bit more. You mix in the fact there's homecoming, there's just something in the air. Fans are amped, and partner, it's time for a big-time rivalry matchup from Muncie, Indiana.
A big rivalry it is. So setting the stage for this one, you have NIU coming in at 4-3 overall, Ball State coming in at 2-5 overall, but the key really is each team is 1-2 in conference play heading into this afternoon's matchup. So more than likely, the loser of this game is going to be effectively eliminated from MAC championship contention.
Right. I mean, if you don't start 6-2 in Mid-American Conference play, the odds of going to the postseason after a 3-loss start is near impossible. In the recent history of the conference, it's just not something that has happened. But I think another reason this matchup is so important, let's put the MAC championship aside, just bowl aspirations for a team like Ball State that is double-digit underdogs at home on their own homecoming. You mentioned it, coming into the contest 2-5, 1-2 in Mid-American Conference play. It becomes a lot less likely to extend the season to the postseason with a loss that would ultimately push this team below the needle, both in the Mid-American Conference and the national standings.
Starting off with NIU, the Huskies have had a very up and down season. Obviously, the headline was the stunning victory in South Bend against Notre Dame, a Notre Dame team that was ranked 5th in the country at the time. But then the Huskies go and drop their conference opener to Buffalo to start conference play. So it's just safe to say it's been a whirlwind of a season for the Huskies. Some really high highs, some really low lows. The most recent of those lows for the Huskies was last week, where they fell to Toledo in a defensive struggle by a score of 13-6.
The black and red just have not been up to their standard of play in conference play. 1-2 last week. You give them a little bit of a blip on the radar look because the starting quarterback Ethan Hampton, who's officially listed as a game-time decision today, was out. So it was Josh Holst back there, who had seen a bit of time beforehand, the Marengo, Illinois kid. But really, this Northern Illinois team is best when they play on their defense. That's their backbone they often lean into. And they are really an old-fashioned football team. Ground and pound. They love to push the ball, win in the trenches. They had a hard time, tough sledding against Toledo, playing to their standard and setting the pace of play. Against a team like Ball State, this is not a matchup NIU just wants to look over and take lightly. This is a really good chance to get the train back on the tracks and get back to playing the football that they're known for here in the 2024 campaign.
Shifting over to the Ball State side, it's been a frustrating season for the Cardinals, particularly because they've lost some very winnable conference games this season. However, last week the Cardinals took on an SEC opponent in Vanderbilt. And yes, the Cardinals ultimately did lose, but they played some very competitive football against a Vanderbilt squad that was just 2 weeks removed from knocking off Alabama.
Yeah, that was the most complete 4 quarters of action I think I've seen from Mike New's squad since back in 2020. They went on the road into Nashville, Tennessee, against a team that was absolutely not only riding the hot hand, but seemingly the country's Cinderella. Everyone rooting for Vanderbilt. Ball State enters the 4th quarter, tied at 14s. I mean, that is the kind of game that you can build off of. I promise you, no one left that locker room with their heads hung low. Ball State has to feel really good about what they put on film against one of the better teams in the nation. Now they have to find a way to build off of that and make it a turning point in this season.
So looking ahead to this game now, as we've recapped each squad's season to this point a little bit, the Huskies coming into this one, they bring the best defense in the Mid-American Conference onto the field today. The Huskies allow just 16.6 points per game so far this season. That's the lowest points per game allowed rate in the entire Mid-American Conference. And the highest point total surrendered in a game by the Huskies is 24, and that was against a Power 4 opponent in NC State. So safe to say this Husky defense has really been doing some good things this season.
And Northern Illinois brings the boom, and they're looking to prove they're still bringing it. This is a defense that's ranked 1st in passing, first in rushing efficiency against. They lead the Mid-American Conference in sacks, averaging under 17 points allowed per contest. That makes sledding so easy for the offense. When they know you win the race to 20, you're more than likely going to win the game.
And it's a bit of a strength versus strength matchup because on the Ball State side, the Cardinals have scored at least 34 points in every conference game they've played in this season. Several offensive players have stepped up. Transfer running back Brayden Sloan has 4 touchdowns. Tight end Tanner Koziel has 4 TDs of his own. But the key this year has been redshirt freshman quarterback Caden Samanza taking the next step. Samanza has completed 67% of his passes this season. He's also thrown 13 touchdown passes. Yes, he's also thrown 7 interceptions, but when you look at, the whole picture, some of those came earlier in the year against some tougher opponents on Ball State's schedule. And the good thing for Samanza is no picks in the last 2 weeks. He's starting to do a really good job of taking care of the football.
The Cardinals' offensive unit has been far from the biggest problem this season. You heard it going into the year. The offensive coordinator, Jared Elliott, said, Caden Samanza simply has got that DNA. There's something to this kid that this coaching staff really likes, and for fans, it's easy to see why. The redshirt freshman has that X factor, the first true freshman to start in a contest for Ball State since all the way back in 2018 when John Paddock was leading the ship. Samanza has looked really good this year. He gets an extra weapon back in Justin Bowick, who returned in Nashville and really should only continue to hit the ground running. This offense, led by a star-studded young quarterback, is something to be really excited about moving forward for Ball State, not only for this season, but potentially for many to come with Samanza.
Samanza has certainly brought a lot to like for Ball State Cardinal fans. He is doing a really good job this season. Now the full-time starter at Ball State after a bit of a QB carousel last season. We'll take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because more pregame coverage is next on SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts, right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
From Trivia Night at Brothers and Tater Tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
Hey, this is Caden Samanza, redshirt freshman quarterback for Ball State football. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Welcome back to our pregame coverage for today's game between Ball State and Northern Illinois. I am Ryan Stojetz alongside AJ Swiatek, who will be doing the color commentary for this afternoon's contest. And AJ, let's get into some impact players. Who is someone for NIU that you think could be in for a big day?
Well, we mentioned it a bit prior to the break. This is a Huskies team that relies heavily on their rushing attack between their two-headed monster of Gavin Williams and Antario Brown. I'm going to go with the latter. It's the Savannah, Georgia senior who stands at 5'10", 219. Brown has a pair of touchdowns on the year, averaging 4.5 yards a carry on exactly 100 tries. Between himself and Williams, the backfield is looking to exceed 1,000 total yards on the ground today. And in order for NIU to waltz out feeling really good about how they played this afternoon, you get the sense it starts with the backfield. Give me Antario Brown to have a big-time game for the black and white.
And for Ball State, who do you have your eye on this afternoon?
Let's talk about him again. Justin Bowick made his return to the lineup against Vanderbilt. He got a very, very staggering round of applause when he made his first catch back, and rightfully so. This is a guy who fell on a ball during preseason practice, had to be airlifted to Indianapolis and get a kidney laceration. A really scary situation for a junior that just goes about things in the right way. He wears the number 2 to honor the injured Ty Robinson. The 6'4", 199 kid fills out his frame. It's just another toy for Caden Samanza and company to play with on offense. You get the sense offensive coordinator Jared Elliott loves being able to add another tool to his toolbox. Justin Bowick, in my eyes, is the guy on the outside who will evolve into the true X this offense has been missing. It can start here today.
Two great impact players there, but it is a team sport. So looking at Northern Illinois first, the Huskies have had a very up-and-down season, which we've talked about. There's some questions at the QB position with injuries, so we'll see what ends up shaping up under center for the Huskies in just a few minutes. But because of that question mark at quarterback, the Huskies may have to get a little creative to put up enough points to win this ball game. What do they need to do today to continue their winning ways?
Well, I kind of just touched on it, right? It's going to come down to the rushing attack. Whether if it's Ethan Hampton back there, the typical starter who missed a game due to injury, a bit banged up, or it's Jalen Chance-Macon, in my eyes, regardless of who's under center, the message from Hancock has to be this team is going to find the most success when it's built through the ground. They win the trenches. That's how they beat a top 5 team in the nation at the time in Notre Dame. Look for the big men up front. The starting offensive line for NIU, 5 guys from Wisconsin. The Wisconsin boys going to have to get it done. Then on defense, it's a squad that runs a 4-man front. Jelani Williams has been absolutely lethal off of the edge. So win the trenches, pound the rock. Old-style football has been the recipe for success for NIU this year. I don't anticipate that being any different here on Ball State's homecoming.
NIU hoping to run their way to a victory for Ball State. This is a big one. The Cardinals have to go 4-1 in the final 5 games of this year to be bowl eligible. What are you looking for Ball State to do in order for the Cardinals to have a good shot of getting back into the win column here on homecoming?
Well, the sort of bleak reality with Ball State football is the fact that the tailgates behind us have been absolutely electric. They've been rowdy all day long. There are thousands of students and alumni that are slowly filing into the stadium, but Ball State football, let's be frank, they haven't given their fans a reason to stay for the entirety of a home contest in quite some time now. Come out, bring some juice, push the rock down the field. Caden Zamanza, strong-armed quarterback. The fans love it. I want to see some deep shots. Justin Bowick, Keon Magwood, Malcolm Gilly, the big tight end, Tanner Cozio. Ball State has plenty of weapons at their disposal. It's about giving these fans some juice, opening that jar of lightning to get everyone into it, because with the crowd on their side in a homecoming environment, it can't hurt Ball State.
The stage is set. It's the Cardinals. It's the Huskies. The battle for the bronze stock. It's homecoming. What else could you possibly need to get excited for this one? So that'll do it for our pregame show. I'm Ryan Stojetz. He's AJ Swiatek. And after this short break, you can catch AJ alongside Griffin Leonard for this call of this afternoon's contest on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
Hey, this is Keontae Newsom, senior linebacker with Ball State Football. Thanks for tuning in to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. This is your home for all things Ball State sports.
It is a stunning day in Muncie, Indiana, And what better day for the 97th edition of Ball State Homecoming Football. And we could not be more pleased to be up in the press box of Schumann Stadium, ready to deliver a few hours of quality action. Griffin, Leonard, AJ Swiatek. If you missed the pregame, AJ Swiatek and Ryan Stojetz, our producer this afternoon, broke it down. But AJ, homecoming brings so much energy, so much environment. But what else apart is so important for this matchup for these two teams?
I'll keep it short and sweet. The bronze stock means a lot to both of the sides out there. NIU 25-24 all-time against Ball State. The Huskies just won the toss, so we'll see Ball State's offense first if they want to win. Let's see the Cardinals come out explosive in front of the biggest crowd they've seen in the 2024 campaign.
I mentioned Ryan Stojetz. We got another man on our side today on the crew, Brayden Carroll, the sideline reporter. Let's send it down to Brayden once before we get into the action. Brayden, how are we doing today with homecoming football coming up?
Guys, it's season 100 here, homecoming game number 97 for the Cardinals. Although we lost all the rest of the season, we still need to know that Ball State, they're not out of bowl contention in this one stadium, or else from here it's a win out. So, not to mention that Vegas will get a game from on stage. And we haven't played on homecoming since 1998. Add on to that, the series truly 25-2. So victory today means no aspiration stay strong. On stock stays strong. Whoever wins this series today, first time.
Yeah, thank you very much, Brayden. Happy homecoming to you. The teams are out on the field. Ball State, as you mentioned, AJ, lost the toss. NIU deferred, so Ball State will receive. They're in the all-reds, black helmets with the red numbers, and the red pants with the white stripe. Northern Illinois, the all-whites with the black helmets and the burgundy red stripe on the left side of the pants. To kick it away for the Northern Illinois Huskies, it'll be Cannon Woodill with the man set to return and Malcolm Gilly on the far side, the south side of the stadium. We're ready to kick things off in the 97th edition of Ball State Homecoming. The kick is away. Gilly settles under it at the 1, and he'll return it from there. He's got blockers to the 15, cutting it up the middle. Some room to run across the 30 and pulled down at the 36-yard line. It's a quality return where he's snapped down by Jordan Hansen on the end of the play. And Ball State rolling to quality field position to start this contest.
Malcolm Gilly just sniffed out a hole and hit it. No thought through his mind, just go, go, go. That's what they teach the return men. Nice start for Ball State's special teams unit. The blocking wasn't necessarily perfect, but Gilly made the most of it, and now Ball State sets up beyond their own 35.
Cardinals will start the drive from their own 38-yard line. Right hash, Samanza up the middle, Sloan on the draw play. He's got some room into the second level across the 45 and tackled down on the end of the play for close to a first down. They're going to give him the chains of Santana Banner making the tackle, but not before Sloan to midfield.
Ball State coming out with some juice after a big-time return. First run of the day for Brayden Sloan. Rumbles for counted 11 yards. Get used to seeing and hearing a lot of his name early.
Samanza's offense from just right on top of the Cardinal logo. They'll go guaranteed fake down to Von Pemberton, who's across the 40, taken down by a couple of defenders. Banner there again to make the stop, but not before a gain of 20 this time. It's the first time we've seen Von Pemberton and the redshirt junior with another big gain. Samanza hasn't had to throw the ball yet, but this offense is rolling.
Creative play design there. Kyle Kelly started on the far side of the field. They sent him in a jet sweep motion into the backfield. Looks like they're setting up a little RPO bubble. Samanza didn't like the look with the pass. Opts to hand it to his running back as the right move on Pemberton with a double-digit yard carry. Ball State down to the 30.
3 receivers left. Samanza empty backfield. First and 10 from the 30. A minute and a half gone. Samanza to throw. 2-step drop. Passes deflected out of the air and falls incomplete. It was a wobbler and nearly intercepted on the play, but it falls harmlessly. Jay-Sean Prophet unable to get there, second down and 10.
Javon Bird nearly found himself at the right place at the right time. The 6-foot senior Had to dive for it, the ball just barely beyond his outstretched arm. Simonza has to do a better job of forcing that ball above this tall front for Northern Illinois. It's been a problem for opposing quarterbacks all season long, and I use big men up front making a quick impact by getting to Simonza's release.
2 in the backfield now, Ball State from the 30 on 2nd and 10. It'll be a delayed give and up the middle to Pemberton, who cuts to his left across the 20 for another Ball State first down, and into the red zone for the first time today, down to the 17 between the hash marks for Vaughn Pemberton.
And I think it's important to note there, right from the shotgun, that was Kyle Kelly receiving the direct snap, giving it up to Pemberton. Ball State showing NIU all sorts of different looks early. They clearly have the Huskies on their heels, and now this is what Ball State has done best this year. They're the most efficient red zone offense in the Mid-American Conference. 18 for 19 in terms of scoring. 14 of the drives have resulted in a touchdown. That's 94.7%.
1st and 10 from the 17. Simonza empty backfield. 5 receivers out there with 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Simonza looking left. He'll go short. He's got a man in Koziel caught at the 12, trying to wrestle around a defender. He's pulled down on the play for a gain of about 6. On the tackle, that's Jaden Dolphin, but they're down to the 11 after the tackle. Give him 7.
That's exactly why a tight end like Koziel is a young quarterback's best friend. Hit the 6'7" guy in space and let him make a move. What looked to be a 1-yard gain turns into 6 with some forward falling from the junior from Bloomingdale, Indiana.
Officially 2nd and 4. They need the 7. Pistol formation, Simonza up the gut to Sloan. Sloan working through first contact, pulled back. He got to the 8, so he'll be a yard short. It'll be 3rd down, but the rushing game continuing to churn. Let's look at the offensive line for the Ball State Cardinals today. Chris Hood, John Mucciola, Ethan Crow, Kevin Meter, and Tyron Tayo. 3rd down. They might be needed here with the 3rd down run. They go up the middle to Sloan, and he's got it to the 6. Pushing forward, using his offensive lineman behind him to plunge him to the 5. And it's 1st down and goal for the Cardinals right there, about a yard and a half from the left hash.
The squad in their all reds in homecoming, really making a statement with this opening drive. Simonza could have done either option there. Opted to give it to Brayden Sloan. The keeper was open as well. This has been really good play design early from Jared Elliott.
11.5 to go in quarter number 1. 1st and goal from the 5. Kyle Kelly's into the game. He'll cycle around a quarterback with Simonza going out wide. Kelly will flip it to Simonza, who drops the ball at the 15. He'll huck it into the end zone, and it's incomplete over the head of Brayden Sloan, who I don't think was the target on that play. Just a throw to get it out of a disaster by Simonza.
Ball State does a Philly special-esque motion. It was Kyle Kelly out wide, motioning to the backfield. Then Caden Simonza lined up off the line of scrimmage, about 4 yards back of it, motioning out of the backfield. Lots of motion for Ball State. Tried to catch NIU guessing, but the Huskies had all of the answers, not fooled by the trickery. Ultimately, Simonza lucky that didn't go for a big-time loss. Look at this. He's lining up out wide again.
Yeah, Kyle Kelly in the shotgun, heavy package for Ball State on 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll go up the middle. That's Charlie Spiegel working to his left and spun down at the 3-yard line by a slew of Northern Illinois Huskies. 11 minutes now to go in quarter number 1. Ball State knocking on the door, but 3rd and 3 needed here on the 3-yard line.
Yeah, it's 3rd and goal for the Ball State Cardinals. This is where you see Kyle Kelly check out. In my opinion, yes, Ball State's been running the ball well. If you have confidence in your young quarterback, this is where you want the ball in his hands. This is where Caden Simonza elevates his play. He's from the shotgun. Don't be surprised if Ball State entrusts their young gunslinger with the rock.
Couple of defensive substitutions. 3rd and goal from the 3. NIU set to bring a little pressure. They snap it. It'll be a throw. Simonza looking fade route, end zone. Up top for Tanner Koziel. Touchdown Cardinals. Koziel with the one-handed catch with the right hand. Cardinals strike first on homecoming.
You cannot ask for a more beautiful ball than what Caden Simonza just delivered. He throwed with timing, anticipation. That's what you love from number 3. And then how about Tanner Koziel doing the rest? He helped out his young quarterback not once but twice on both of his targets on the first drive. Koziel connects. This time it's a one-handed breadbasket grab in the back right hand corner of the end zone. Ball State marches all the way down and scores on their opening drive to get the fans extra into it here on homecoming.
Jackson Corville to attempt the PAT after the Koziel receiving touchdown. Snap is down. The kick is up over the catch net and good. Ball State strike first. 4.5 minutes gone, and Ball State lead it by 7 here in Muncie. We'll step aside. You're listening to Ball State football on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
Hey, this is Tanner Koziel, junior tight end here with Ball State Football. Thanks for tuning in to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. This is your home for all things Ball State football.
Seven to nothing, Ball State lead here on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. Ball State strike first on a 4.5-minute drive, capped off by Caden Samanza to Tanner Koziel for 3 yards. And now Ball State will kick it away and play some defense for the first time. 2 men set to receive for NIU on the left side of the field and the north side of Schumann Stadium. Ball State kicking toward the grass to our left, and the kick away. Hooking toward the far end zone, bouncing once at the 5 and through. It'll be a touchback and a chance to once again check in with Brayden Carroll.
Hey Griffin, it is season number 100 and homecoming game number 97 for the Cardinals. This one, though, means a little bit more for Ball State, with only one more loss allowed before the rest of the season becomes a win-out scenario to remain in bowl contention. A win here would go a long way, not to mention they play this homecoming game for the Bronze Stalk Trophy against a team at NIU they haven't played on homecoming since 1998. It's a big game. Bowl aspirations on the line here.
Thank you very much, Brayden. NIU out there from the 25, left hash for the first time today. Josh Holst takes the snap on first down, play action fake to the right. He rolls, fires to his tight end and Grayson Barnes. It's caught at the 25, cycling down the right sideline and hit and taken down across the 35. First down conversion to another first down for the Huskies on their first play from scrimmage.
So both offenses start with a one-play first down. Here it's a knuckleball from Josh Holtz. So we do get the answer. Number 15 is starting at quarterback. The redshirt freshman filling in for the injured Ethan Hampton, listed at third on the depth chart. He jumps Jalen Chance-Macon. Now gets a big opportunity to start on the road. Couldn't ask for a much better look to get into the flow of the game.
First and 10 from the 36. Rolling out left is Holst. Looking for an option on the far side. He's got him at the sticks. It's Grayson Barnes once again. The senior from California with 2 catches early. That's enough for a first down for NIU. Josh Holst, you mentioned him, the redshirt freshman, played last week his first complete start, 22 for 46 for just over 200 yards. Didn't have a touchdown, didn't have a pick. Now is being entrusted potentially with a little bit of a broader role. They're out to the 46 on the far hash. 9:42 to go in quarter number 1. Motion comes right to left. They give to the left. Hooking around and spun down at midfield is Ontario Brown. They'll call it the 49, the NIU 49, a gain of 3 on first down.
And going back to what we saw the first 2 plays, I really like what the offensive coordinator, Wesley B. Shorner, is doing to get his quarterback into the flow of the game. This is a young guy without much experience, standing at 6'4", 192, hailing from Illinois, so a local to DeKalb. But both plays early, get him on the move, out of the pocket, get comfortable, quick hitters. Worked well to get Holston Company set up now with a second and manageable near midfield.
Pistol look, a tight end either side, running back out, and a new man in Telly Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. with the play action fake as the quarterback fires right side, push out of bounds across midfield to the 45 of the Ball State Cardinals. That pass is brought in by Brock Lamp, and it's a first down, enough for a first down for NIU.
The fullback just sort of leaked out of the backfield. He was left all alone, and you're starting to sense a theme here. 3 straight attempts for Holst, 3 straight completions, all of which rolling out of the pocket by design. This time, he felt the pressure right away, but stood in there strong, took a hit off platform, delivered on the money to Lamp, who just got his first catch of the season.
8.5 to go in quarter number 1, officially a yard short. 3rd and 1 from the Ball State 45-yard line. Pistol snap, up the middle, spinning, dropping the ball. That one's loose. Ontario Brown couldn't keep up with it. It's still loose at midfield. Bodies all over it, waiting for a signal. The initial signal from our referee today, David Siegel, says NIU football. The Huskies recover. They'll have to punt, but at least they're able to win the field position battle versus a turnover right at midfield.
Well, you're exactly right. When everything's said and done, Ontario Brown just fumbled for a loss of 5. It's his 3rd fumble on the year, the 5th between himself and Gavin Williams. It's been the lone problem for a backfield that's been quite explosive. Ball security comes into effect early. NIU brings out the punting unit. Ball State couldn't ask for a better start. Go down and score on your first drive, then a quick stand. And now we'll see if the special teams can build off of their early return game success.
Tom Foley on his own 36. He gets the punt away cleanly. End over end inside the 10. Returner will let it go, bouncing toward the end zone and just trickling onto the red turf as Keon Magwood let it go. Ball State with the touchback. They'll start when we return from this break. 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Ball State get a defensive stand, and they take over with the football when we return up by 7 points. You're listening to Ball State football here on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Hey, this is Ethan Crow, fifth-year center for Ball State football. You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Seven minutes and 20 seconds to go in quarter number one. Both teams with solid drives the first time, but only one team with success on the scoreboard. AJ, looking at the statistics, what stands out early?
Well, NIU, a team that prides themselves on their rushing attack, ultimately has -2 yards on the ground as opposed to Ball State's 53. BSU averaging 8.8 per carry through one drive. That's going to be hard to emulate, but you can't ask for a better start for the squad, and they're all Reds.
They call the name of Brayden Sloan on first down on the pistol formation give from Samanza. A gain of 8. Ball State starting that drive near hash on their own 20 after the punt. That takes them out to the 28-yard line for second down and about 2, a long 2 for the Ball State Cardinals. 7 minutes to go in quarter number one.
Well, just as I got done saying it would be hard to replicate, it's another good run. Ball State winning the line of scrimmage through about half of the first quarter.
3 receivers bunched up a couple yards from the O-line on the right side. They'll bring Koziel around right to left on a wheel route. They'll go slip screen, and Brayden Sloan has room. 35-40, 45, cuts it back upfield to the numbers and just short of midfield. Tackled at the 48 officially. So sneaky. And Brayden Sloan has room.
Yeah, sneaky is the perfect way to put it. This offensive game plan has been nothing short of near perfect from Jared Elliott. He is picking apart this NIU defense. He saw them dial up the blitz. It allowed Samanza to bark off some changes at the line. It led to a wide-open slip screen, and look again. Samanza lining up out wide.
Samanza's longest pass of the game so far, 20 yards officially. Kyle Kelly back into the game. He'll go power right side. Hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. First man to touch him coming through the right side. I think that was Jacob Welch, and they're able to get to him eventually. Do you see who made that final hit, AJ?
Yeah, I believe it was Christian Furman, the middle linebacker. Regardless who made that final hit, Kyle Kelly, such an interesting spectrum, right? Because he has such a big boom potential anytime he's in the game. But then when a play like that happens, it's really easy to play devil's advocate and wonder why you take the ball out of a red-hot Samanza and the offensive hands.
Well, Samanza's out there now. 2 receivers wide to the right. They'll go to the left side for Von Pemberton. Tries to stiff arm one, spins around a tackle at the 50, dragged down on the end of the play by Jaden Dolphin. They're across midfield into NIU territory to the 47. It'll be third down and about 5 after a gain of 7 yards from the running back.
That was a really well-fought 7 yards.
They'll go for it quickly on third down. The pass tipped and incomplete. I think intended originally for Keon Magwood, tipped up in the air closer in the direction of Cam Pickett, but fell incomplete in between the 2 receivers. Fourth down, and Ball State will punt for the first time today.
Well, the Cardinals went hurry up. It didn't give Samanza enough time to identify what the defense was doing. Santana Banner, typically lined up as that heavy box safety, appeared as though he was bringing the blitz. Samanza had his running back pick it up out of the backfield, but really he was dropping into coverage. He was the one to get a hand of the football, nearly generating a turnover. We've seen a few turnover-worthy plays from either side, but ultimately Ball State just brings out the punting unit.
Cooey Jr. to punt for the first time, gets it away left side, near side of the field, and it's fair caught at the 10-yard line by Dane Partridge, and NIU will start from there. 4 minutes and 57 seconds to go in quarter number one, and Ball State, after a first drive touchdown, a little shorter this time. We'll step aside once again when we return. The conclusion of quarter number one here from Schumann Stadium on the campus of Ball State University. It's Ball State homecoming football here on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from...
Welcome back to Ball State football here on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network. Under 5 to go in quarter number 1. Cardinals by a touchdown here at home. NIU getting set to start from their own 10-yard line. Griffin, Leonard, and A.J. Swiatek. Brayden Carroll will join us here in a little bit. But NIU unsuccessful on the first drive. That speaks a lot to Ball State's defense. Riley Tolzma, Drew Hughes, Takari Frazier, and Brandon Berger up front today for the Cardinals. They're bringing forward a couple of linebackers in the secondary here on first down. Shotgun snap, a couple of receivers to the left. They'll go up the middle to the running back in Ontario Brown, and he's driven back for a loss of a yard. Brown taken down the last time he got the football, fumbled, and that nearly ended the drive and at least forced the punt to end the drive for sure.
That was sniffed out beautifully by Keontae Newsome, the weak side linebacker who stands at 6'2", just flew through the B gap, saw an opening, took the man to the turf. That's exactly how it's taught. Can't do it much better than number 9 just did from that weak side linebacker slot.
Brown stays in the game to the right hip of the quarterback in Holst. 3 receivers left, 1 alone to the near side, short side right. They'll fire short side on second down. Man goes to the ground to make the catch. That's Keyshawn Pipkin, the Indianapolis native, makes the catch and falls down right at the 16-yard line on the near side. Throw was a foot off his back shoulder, but a pretty solid adjustment in real time by the receiver to make the catch.
Yeah, and I'm interested to pick the brain of Ball State, wondering why they went with a heavy box there with 4 receivers out wide, a lone man in the backfield, no tight end or fullback in the contest. That was an interesting look for Ball State's defense, left an opening that now ultimately makes this a much more manageable third down for a young quarterback looking to string together a possession.
Ball State trying to get off the field, 3rd down and 3, stepping to throw, looking deep down the left side, firing far sideline. The pass is that caught?
It's caught.
It is. What a catch by Cam Thompson on the 44-yard line. Tons of contact between him and the corner on the far side. And that may be one of the most impressive plays I've seen on this field.
Yeah, that was George Udo out there, and you could see pre-snap Josh Holst recognized the matchup and liked the advantage he had. That was a Russell Wilson-esque moonball. Just throw it as high as you can, give your guy a chance. Looked like there was no chance he'd come down with it. Somehow reeled it in. NIU now to the 44.
The prayer is caught for 27 yards, and now we'll see the quarterback keep it on a read option going to the left. Hit hard as he went out of bounds across the 50. And a solid gain on first down for Holst. Make that a gain of 9. 2nd down and 1 upcoming as they cross midfield of the Ball State 47.
That's what number 15 brings to this offense. His 26th carry of the year now, call it an even 130 rushing yards. Also has gotten in the end zone once by using his legs. He is sneaky athletic in the pocket, 6'4", typically used to being a pocket passer, but we've seen early Holst the most comfortable when he's on the move.
Ball State brings some pressure on 2nd down and 1. Pressure comes to the quarterback, and he's brought down in the backfield. Riley Tolzma with the sack for Ball State, and that'll make it 3rd down and about 5. There's the defense coming through, AJ.
Big time play from number 40, his 3rd and a half sack of the year. Big time loss for NIU moves them further back beyond the chains. What should have been a second down play for an opportunity to take a shot, and then a third down play where it's very manageable turns into a disaster-like situation as NIU wanted to push the ball downfield. Holst just never stood a chance, didn't have enough time as being beat on the outside. The left tackle, Evan Malcor, just watched Tolsma run by him.
Schumann Stadium crowd coming alive. 3rd and 5, rolling out right. It'll be a keeper for the quarterback, Holst, who's across the 45 to the 40, taking defenders with him across the Ball State 35-yard line. That's well enough for a first down, and the Huskies move the chains as we enter the final 90 seconds of quarter number 1.
I mean, how do you not love Maction? Where else does that happen in the country? 3rd and long, QB power for a gain of 28.
First down to the 34-yard line. NIU on the near side of the field, driving to the south end zone. And Holst back in the shotgun here with Antonio Brown to his left. Bring in Barnes left to right into the slot. Takes the snap on first down. It'll be Brown to the right, going back upfield across the 30, spins out of a tackle, and he's gone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Brown found a seam in the blocks and spun away from the tackle attempt. No one to touch him after that. Touchdown NIU, and a PAT could tie this with 49 seconds left in the first.
On the outside, it's textbook fundamentals there from Ball State. Have to be able to wrap up. Miles Norwood had a piece of the runner, just couldn't bring him down. Ontario Brown, the type to make you pay. He proves just why. The senior has his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. That his longest carry since week 2 of 2024.
The kick is up, and it is good to tie this one at 7 apiece. So NIU get the score they're looking for. Ontario Brown, after fumbling on the last drive, comes up with a big run here, breaking away and tying this contest up. 50 seconds to go in quarter number 1. We'll stick around here as we converge on the end of the first 15 minutes. Ball State looking for a response here. We haven't seen Caden Samanza really get active as much. Do you think Ball State stick to the run game or allow the redshirt freshman to air it out on this drive?
I anticipate Caden Samanza having the ball in his hands. There was some visible frustration from number 3 after Kyle Kelly came in and set the offense up behind the chains. When you want a young quarterback to get into the flow of the biggest game of the season to this point for Ball State, you need the ball in his hands. Get him some quick hitting out routes. Caden Samanza has the arm talent to push the ball down the field, but that's not what we need to see early. Give Samanza opportunities to dink and dunk his way through, then take the calculated shot. We saw it for NIU. The 50-50 ball ultimately leads to a touchdown. Ball State needs some of that from their air raid offense.
50 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Ball State tied up with the Northern Illinois Huskies. The kick away over the head of Ball State's return man,
was Malcolm
Gilly. Ball State to start from the 25.
Good decision to let that one roll through the end zone. Flashy play would be to try to follow up his opening kickoff pizzazz with more juice. Instead, Ball State will just comfortably take things out to the left hash at the 25. And this will set the tone for what this drive wants to do. Plays that go for 5 or more on first down of the drive ultimately lead to scoring 50% more than if you don't get those 5 yards.
1st and 10 from the 25. Samanza looking down the field. Got a man over the middle. Oh, across the 40. That's Justin Bowick. His first catch of the game. He's across the 40 for a Ball State first down. And there's the line drive throw you're looking for from Samanza, AJ.
Yeah, that may be the loudest I've heard the audience this evening. Justin Bowick, the first-year transfer from EIU, slowly working his way into this offense. He was supposed to be the premier weapon alongside Tanner Koziel. You see why he just absolutely broke free. Never standing a chance in coverage was Javon Bird.
Samanza rolling right on first down, lobbing it up over the top, making the short completion to Brayden Sloan, who breaks the tackle to 50, pulled down in NIU territory across the 45 to the 44. Back-to-back first downs, and that will tick us down to the final seconds of quarter number 1. Ball State all square with the Northern Illinois Huskies, 7-7. The Cardinals continue to drive when we return here on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State SportsLink.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
What up, Cardinals fans? This is Kyle Kelly, redshirt junior cornerback for Ball State football. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
1 quarter in the books, 3 more to go. Ball State all square with Northern Illinois. The two teams fighting for position here in the Mid-American Conference. Ball State is trying to have a solid showing in front of their home fans, who have shown out in really solid numbers here in the 97th edition of Ball State Homecoming. First quarter, the Cardinals, well, they got off to a pretty good start, but since then it slowed on offense for Ball State.
Well, Ball State is currently driving. I'd more point out the fact that NIU was able to go down the field at will. Let's see if that 50-50 ball down the sideline will drain this Ball State defense. They'll get a nice breather here as the offense has worked to the other side of the field. Call it the 44 of NIU with the field flipped. The squad rocking all red. Ball State now moving left to right. This is a big-time possession. Get some points on the board. Continue to let that defense rest and give them a lead to go out there and play a little fiery with. Hit a little extra harder when your offense is firing and putting points on the board.
Ball State continues their drive right here from the NIU 44. Near side, first down, Samanza. The delayed give, it's a flip the other way. Cam Pickett's got a block. 40, 30, 25, 20. One man to beat it. He's taken down. No, he's still up. And finally dragged down as Northern Illinois catches up to him at the 10. That one was nearly blown up in the backfield, but Malcolm Gilly able to pitch it as he's getting hit, and Cam Pickett had daylight.
Yeah, and I hate to beat a dead horse, but the play design today has been the best I've seen since I've arrived on campus in my 3 years here from offensive coordinator Jared Elliott. This is a masterclass. Just a beautiful play call. Even fooled me up here, and that's not something I'll say happened often. In the backfield, it looked like things were getting blown up for a 15-yard loss. Caden Samanza sold it well, then immediately rolls out to his left, provides the lead block. The rest is history. That was a big-time rush to open up the second quarter. Now 14:36 on the clock in said period. Ball State moving inside the red zone just around the 10. Griffin just what the doctor ordered, a Ball State team that entered as 13-point underdogs. Again, kind of giving it to NIU like they did Vanderbilt, like an annoying little brother just going to stick around. That's what this Ball State team is going to need to do moving forward to continue trying to stay competitive against teams that on paper have a lot more talent, but to this point you wouldn't be able to tell it. Ball State looking really good.
The Ball State Cardinals come out of the second quarter with a bang, 34 yards. And you brought up a good point. Simonza, after starting the play, delivering the block. How about the quarterback coming through, opening up space for Pickett, who raced down the far sideline, got all the way down to the 10. It'll go as a 34-yard gain, and the Cardinals will have the ball first and goal from the 10. Timeout on the field for an injured Northern Illinois Husky. We'll keep it here, though. Ball State in their 97th homecoming game. The festivities around campus have been entertaining. AJ, have you gotten a chance to check out anything across campus this week?
Yeah, I mean, the atmosphere for homecoming at Ball State is always something really special. It's a bit of a cliche, but it really always does feel like there's just something a little extra magical in the air when homecoming comes around. The weather's nice, the sun is shining. Ball State students all week long have been waiting for this moment, the homecoming football game, and Ball State's putting on a show. The offense will look to continue to do such. The early storyline, that Cam Pickett run has them on the nose into the triple digits. Call it 100 rushing yards on 10 tries, good for 10 a carry. That mark would easily be the best of the year for Ball State.
Yeah, the Cardinal Nation always getting excited for homecoming week. Events all across campus this week, air jam, bed races yesterday. And I'm going to talk about my personal favorite because it was made especially my favorite this year by Ball State football. The Cardinal Centers video. Keontae Newsome was in the video as the host, and I don't think they could have picked a better person to use that role. He loved it. His catchphrase for the majority of the video was just shirt 'em, and they'd throw a shirt off camera and just nail whoever was wearing a different color, different school's logo. I don't know how many shirts they gave away, but hopefully next year there will be a few less Cardinal Centers, I think, AJ?
Yeah, well, for those unfamiliar, Cardinal Center meaning during the week of homecoming, instead of showing school spirit wearing another school's emblem, it's something Ball State has emphasized. And who better to deliver the message than senior outside linebacker Keontae Newsome? If you told me to wear a Ball State shirt, I sure would do it because I wouldn't want to figure out what would happen if I didn't.
That's a good point, especially the way we've seen him on defense already today. Ball State is back out there after the timeout on the 10-yard line, far side of the field, on going left to right on your radio dial. And Simonza under center with Sloan in the backfield. First down, they go up the gut to Sloan, who turns to his right, puts his back into it, driving through a receiver to the 8, grabbing a couple of yards on first down to the 8, second and goal.
That's one where motion probably not necessary. Brayden Sloan lined up out wide on the left side. They bring him into the backfield, give NIU time to adjust. Then all of a sudden you see a gaping hole. There's no receiver on the left side. He was the lone man out there. So then it becomes very easy to predict what Ball State wants to do. Motion needs to be had with a purpose. Ball State's been firing well with that early. That's the first time I've really seen a motionless purpose that's hurt this team.
Tight ends on either side. Abney to the left, Koziel to the right. They'll go to the left side, around the corner, pushing end zone, pylon. A flag comes in, but the Cardinals are into the end zone. T.J. Horton, and now we'll just see if it stands.
It's a holding call. That holding was on the left side of the offensive line. John Mucciolo, I believe, is going to be who they get for a holding here. Yes, the flag was thrown late, but I noticed it all the way through. The left side of the line got some good push. Really didn't need to grab the jersey. As you hear, it's ultimately called holding on the offense. They'll say it was Christian Abney who was lined up in that jumbo package as a sixth lineman of sorts, a swing tackle at tight end. But a couple guys on the left side did a good job of opening a hole. But once he had already hit the hole, the problem is then continuing to push the block and extending it beyond where it needed to be. So what was signaled a touchdown turns into a big-time loss. Ball State now has second and goal to go from just inside the NIU 20.
Officially on the 17, far side of the field. Two in the backfield, and Sloan and Pemberton as Horton comes out of the game. They swing Sloan to the right. No, that's Kyle Kelly, who will go back to Simonza. They've got blockers. The quarterback trying to take it himself, diving across the 10 and pushed out of bounds at the 7. Simonza went airborne. How about this play call? The creativity is unmatched from anything we've seen this season from Ball State.
Backyard football across the board. I'm just happy to see Simonza pop right up. He took a clobbering at the end of that play, took a big-time jump, somersaulted forward, thought he was Josh Allen, remembered he was Caden Simonza. Fortunately for him, not injured. You don't want to see your gunslinger taking hits like that, but a fun play call makes this an interesting, much more manageable 3rd and goal from inside the 10.
So Bowick and Pickett to the right. They have Sloan in the backfield. They'll bring Pickett going to the left side where he'll be on the short side all alone. They'll looking to throw. Third side goes short, dump-off pass over the head of Sloan. Simonza throws incomplete on 3rd down. That'll bring out 4th and goal, and they'll trot out Jackson Corville to try to put the Cardinals up by 3.
Simonza felt the pressure, made a business decision that time, didn't want to get hit as hard as he was the play before. Can't say I blame him. However, an uncompetitive throw to Sloan out of the backfield. Should have even been Carroll. Would have gone for maybe a gain of 2, had nowhere to go after the fact regardless. So a creative play call followed up by one not as successful. Nevertheless, if Ball State can get 3 here, they'll have to feel happy with just over 12 and a half minutes to go in the second quarter.
From just inside 25, it's Jackson Corville from the left hash. The snap is good. The kick is up, and it is good. 3 on the board for Ball State. They lead 10-7. And flags fly. We'll see what the stoppage is for as Ball State leads it by 3 as we stand. The flag sits at the 9-yard line.
The officials talking things over. With how late the laundry hit the turf, you'd imagine it happened after the play. It did.
Defense number 51. That 15-yard penalty is enforced on the kickoff. The field goal is good.
So officially unnecessary roughness after the kick. It'll be opposed on the kickoff. It'll mean Ball State has some pretty good yardage to kick from when we...
Yeah, Cade Haberman there was the one with the unnecessary roughness. That's the kind of mistake you can't make, Griffin. NIU coming in, heavy road favorites. Disciplined teams are typically the teams that are able to win road conference games. Cade Haberman really upset with the call, but regardless, that could be a difference maker. It's enforced on the kickoff, so Ball State now will have a chance to try to get something beyond the leg of their place kicker, Jackson Corville. Carson Homer potentially out there doing the kick regardless. Whichever of the two is there, they'll have extra field position to try to pin this NIU team deep and get back ahead in field control.
4th field goal of the year made by Jackson Corville. Ball State lead at 10-7. We'll step aside here on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. 12:44 to go in quarter number 2.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
Seconds to go in quarter number 2. Ball State from 24 yards out officially is good. And the Cardinals will kick it away from the 50. I would assume would be a touchback here, AJ.
Yeah, this due to the unsportsmanlike conduct after the field goal on Cade Haberman. Ball State leads at 10-7. Instead, they'll go for a squib kick, the option I prefer.
Bounces to the 15, is caught at the 12. A broken tackle now running up the far sideline and pushed out of bounds. Cam Thompson out past the 20 and Northern Illinois, or out past the 15 rather, to the 17. That's where the Northern Illinois Huskies will begin their drive. Going right to left after the switch of play at the end of the first quarter. The Huskies trying to work their way back into this after conceding the field goal on the last drive defensively.
Ball State comes out showing man defense here. No single high safety. Would be an opportunity to take a shot.
First down and 10, pistol formation. Holst clapping his hands once, clapping them again, and takes the snap. Up the middle, pushing forward, spinning back in Tario Brown, just to the line of scrimmage before being met and taken down. Excited to make that tackle on the play, Caden Johnson for the Cardinals.
And I don't blame him. I mean, Ball State was begging for that exact play call. They just sent heat in man-to-man, a fire zone where ultimately a run up the middle was Ball State's best case scenario. They came up selling out with the blitz. You could tell exactly from the get-go that's what was coming. Head-scratching play call essentially makes it a 2nd and 10.
Cardinals with a similar look defensively with no safety. Running back to the right of the quarterback, bubble screen left side, caught at the 20, working backwards and running around the edge. There's some space on the right side for Trayvon Rudolph, but he's run out of bounds before he can really make too much of it. And Rudolph taken down for a gain of just 1. He ran for maybe 7 seconds there, AJ.
Miles Norwood likely just saved a touchdown. He had the right idea to change field. Number 26 had other plans. That's how they teach you how to wrap up. Dive tackle from a corner. That's a tackle some linebackers don't make. Big boy play from the redshirt junior from St. Louis, Missouri. Just turned a gain of 1. What turned into a gain of 1 from a potential touchdown. I mean, that cannot be overstated. Number 26 just saved a score.
After Norwood making the tackle, comes out of the game for Eric McLean, the freshman. 3rd down snap taken, they'll throw. Rolling to the right side, Holst with some space, delivers far side, and that pass is intercepted. No, out of bounds, they say. George Udo came in and almost made the play of the game right there to undercut that ball. Having a conversation on the sideline, but they're going to call it incomplete, but what a play just to get over there.
That was caused by Darren Conley, the backup defensive end. He was in the backfield almost immediately, forced Josh Holst to roll to his uncomfortable side. Ball State looking like they may want to review this one, as it was really close on the sideline. Yeah, the challenge flag's on the field.
So we will see some extended time to review this. The nice thing about being up here, the Schumann Stadium press box, an opportunity to take things in as the replay reviews commence. That's about all we'll say on that. But Ball State hoping the call reversed in their favor. Graduate safety coming off the numbers to make a beeline to the sideline, and Udo made the catch. But the question will be, did he get a foot in bounds?
Griffin, I think that's an interception. The replay booth is to our right. I'm taking a closer look at it. The right foot clearly in bounds. It's a matter of if he held possession. The big problem here will be overturning it. Right now we're looking for an angle where it's clear he maintained possession of the ground, because the call on the field he was out of bounds is incorrect. The player was in bounds. It's now a matter of, was Udo able to maintain possession of the ground? This is a big-time call. It's the difference between Ball State setting up shop in field goal range and returning a punt.
Yeah, either way, the Cardinals should get the ball, but the field position certainly a factor. Could be a spin of upwards of 40 yards, not to mention the general momentum that comes with an interception.
Griffin, I'll tell you, I'm continuing to watch this replay, and I'm convinced it's an interception in favor of the Cardinals that's going to be signaled. Great chime to bring out the challenge flag from Coach New.
The ball's already been spotted where the pick would have been taken at the 31-yard line, and the Cardinals are running their offense out onto the field before we've even had our official signal.
Well, Josh Holst entered the day with no passing yards, no interceptions. Unfortunately for him, his first collegiate statistic in that category is going to be an INT.
Let's hear it officially.
After further review, the defender had a foot in bounds with firm control of the football. He completed the
the 31-yard line.
Huge.
So the Cardinals anticipate correctly. They run their offense out onto the field, and they'll start near side going left to right from the NIU 31-yard line. Ball State leads it by 3 points with 11 minutes and 10 seconds to go after the interception by the defense. Spiegel in the backfield. Simonza takes the snap, first down, looking to throw to the left, and that pass batted down at the line. Incomplete. Coming around, Ray Thomas getting the paws up there to knock it down. Second down and 10.
We've heard that a few times already. Simonza has it swatted away at the line. Interesting look. Keon Magwood started in the pony package. They motioned him out of the backfield to the right. The typical slot guy was racing open over the middle of the field, but Simonza, under pressure, had to get rid of the football. Ultimately lucky it just found the green turf instead of an outstretched NIU hand.
Simonza now 5 for 10 for 60 yards and a touchdown. Takes the snap on second down. Delayed give to Brayden Sloan, who shuffles to his left, spins back to his right, moving very lethargically across the 30 to the 29, where he's met and hit there. Couple of men in there, including Jason Profit, and it'll be third and about 7. They'll give him 3 on the carry to the 28-yard line, right between the hash marks, middle of the field.
The Eastern Kentucky transfer put his shoulder down, was just looking to power and muster up any yards he could, as that was a war of attrition at the line. Tough play call, still makes it third and long for the Cardinals. Looks like they'll come out with 4 wide and 1 in the backfield. Look for Simonza to look to his left. It's where he's most comfortable. I'm looking at Cam Pickett.
2 receivers either side. They'll bring the tight end around. Delayed give. Brayden Sloan, who's hit at the line and taken down on third down. The third down draw goes nowhere. Sloan hit by the first man available. And after Ball State got very favorable field position after the interception, they will have to settle for a long attempt at 3 points.
That was Ball State's chance to really start piling it on. Instead, you have a big ask here for Corval. Not sure I agree with the delayed give there on a third and long, especially with the way Simonza's looked early.
This would be Corval's long on the season by a decent margin. This is from 47 between the hash marks to the right. Snaps down, holds good, it is up, and the kick by Corval. Good. Jackson Corval teeing one up from a mile. And the Cardinals will grab 3 off the turnover.
Money
Ball
in the
State
bank.
13-7 for the Huskies.
Wow, Griffin, 38 yards, the longest for Corval entering the day. This 9 yards longer. Number 98 is fired up on the sideline, and for good reason. I don't know, I'd go as far as to call it a mile, but at this level, that's a big-time field goal. Nevertheless, Corval extends the lead, make it 13-7 Ball State. Offense stagnant, but they do ultimately score off of the turnover caused by the pressure of Darren Conley in the hands of George Udo, the sniper.
9:40 to go in quarter number 2. Ball State leads it by 6 points, 13-7 over their rivals in the Northern Illinois Huskies. We'll step aside for 60 seconds here on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
Hey, this is Ethan Crow, 5th-year center for Ball State football. You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
$13-7 here. Ball State leads in the second quarter. NIU headed by Coach Thomas Haddock, and he has a football story like none other. A star running back for Bishop Luers, one of Indiana's winningest high school football programs. He committed to Northern Illinois and won 2 division championships with the Huskies. Then he begins his career as a coach, as a grad assistant at Wisconsin. You fast forward to 2019. His alma mater here in Northern Illinois offers him his first job, and with a bowl win last season and the program's greatest win this season against Notre Dame, he's made his mark already as a head coach in DeKalb. Coach Hammock is a Husky through and through, guys.
Thank you very much, Brayden. Ball State leads by 6. Jackson Corville slots it through from 45 plus. And now the Cardinals kick it away. This returns a big one across the 30, cutting it back to the 40, and the kicker with the tackle.
Carson Holmer just saved a touchdown. You know, we're in Indiana. It's his backyard. That was Pat McAfee-esque, laying the boom. The 6'1", 212 redshirt sophomore proves he's been hitting the weight room too. Number 98, the single reason and sole reason that Ball State is still in the lead. That could have ripped off for a much bigger return. Nevertheless, NIU special team shows up. The Huskies will set up shop at the 42.
Massive gap on the right side on the return, that time for Northern Illinois. NIU takes over on their own 42, 8 yards shy of midfield. First down play from the pistol. Play action fake, lobbing it up over the top. One-handed grab out of bounds for just a couple of yards for the Huskies. That's Trayvon Rudolph with his second catch of the game. Out of bounds across the 40, a yard past the line of scrimmage to the 43.
Yeah, that was $1 million effort for a single yard. Trayvon Rudolph brought it in with one hand on a nice lofty pass from Josh Holst to get through the initial line of the defense. You know the age-old saying, a gain's better than no gain. They'll take a yard.
Second down and 9, coming up on the final 9 minutes of half number 1. Back to the pistol, really heavy package, just one receiver. They go right down the throw to the Ball State defense, pushing across the 45 down toward the 50 for the NIU Huskies. It's Telly Johnson Jr., who we've seen come out and get a couple carries for the visitors today.
This NIU team's got a couple all-name team for All-Americans here. Between that, Jaden Dolphin and Amarian Knighton. Some fun names. I like it. Why not throw in a junior at the end? But in all seriousness, that makes this a much more manageable 3rd and 2. That was good yards after contact for the kid sporting number 22 out of the backfield.
He'll remain in the game. 3rd down and 2, same set, but the receiver moves from the left to the right. Ball State bringing a few bodies off the edge, at least it appears. 3rd down and short, right down the throat once again. Pushing through, D.D. Snyder makes the hit, but not before. It's a first down for the NIU defense, and Johnson Jr., who gets it right back.
Good, powerful run, full head of speed from Johnson. You know, I'll be honest in saying I haven't watched a lot of his game or tape, but it's immediately apparent even just on a few gives. What's special about this kid is he immediately hits full speed. It doesn't take long to accelerate. That makes it really hard to bring him down in short yardage situations. It helps NIU not only get a first, but move to the correct side of the 50.
Into the shotgun, NIU go across midfield with 7:40 to go in the second quarter, down by 6 points. Snap taken, play action, rolling to the left and now running with it. Josh Holst pulled down on the play. Joey Stemler, the Elder High School grad, with 7.5 to go in the second, just a gain of 3 on that play, 2nd and 7.
Huge pursuit angle from Joey Stemler. Here was the lone line of defense for about 20 yards there, left one-on-one with the shifty Josh Holst, whose eyes got big. You could tell he knew that that was potential for a big game, but can't get ahead of yourself. Stemler just picked up tackle number 37, 18th solo on the campaign, and a big one at that.
3rd of the day for Stemler. 2nd and 7, right between the hashes. Looking to throw, Holst firing deep down the field, left side, and incomplete through the hands of Rudolph. Closely guarded by D.D. Snyder, who ran him to the sideline. Throw landed just beyond the 20, but just incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down.
2 players, sporting number 3, one-on-one there. Couldn't ask for a better throw from number 15, Josh Holst. It was on the money to Trayvon Rudolph for what looked to be a 25-yard pickup. Just went straight through his outstretched arms. It was perfectly laced where it needed to be. Ball State just caught a break to force 3rd and long.
3rd and 7, the Northern Illinois Huskies moving right to left at the Ball State 44-yard line. They need the 36. Motion comes right to left. Rolling right Holst gonna take it himself, gets a block, hit hard, 2 yards shy, the ball comes out. It's picked up but dropped once again, still loose and picked up by Keontae Newsome, who's on his feet. Around the 40, stiff arms one and is dragged down. Ball State force another turnover.
Holst just took a beating, let me tell you. That was a hard hit up the middle. Jordan Coleman flying in there full speed, lays the boom. It was a sandwich job for Holst, and let me tell you this, that was only the start of it. He just made the tackle to bring down Newsome, who was really a broken tackle from the quarterback away from cribbing that thing. We've seen so many plays so close to clicking. Ball State winning the turnover battle and then some. It's 2-0 to this point, 13-7 it shows on the scoreboard. Josh Holst does a good job to make up for his mistake, but ultimately that's when he has to hang on to the football.
That's the second fumble from this Northern Illinois team today. The first one they recovered, the second time not so lucky. Ball State take over with their second turnover forced today, and Samanza back out there from their own 37. Ball State looking to throw on first down. It's a screen to Brayden Sloan, gets a block on the left side by Evan Malcor. Across the 45, first down for Ball State to the 49-yard line.
I'll warn my friends and family and anyone who's heard me talking about football before, shield your ears. But if I'm new to you, first of all, hi, my name's AJ. Nice to meet you. Second of all, the pony package, the best formation in football. There is nothing more explosive right now in the modern game than having two backs back there. It opens up so many possibilities. There's the slip screen. Defense left on their heels guessing. That is absolutely perfect from Jared Elliott's offense.
6 to go in the half. Samanza pump fake, rolling right pressure, fires out of bounds over the head of Koziel. Second down and 10 coming up. Ball State sit on the 49-yard line, far hash, just 1 yard shy of midfield. That was a broken play, able to float it up over the head of Koziel to save negative yardage, but the ball will remain in the same spot for second down.
I'm honestly left impressed with the forearm grip strength of Caden Samanza. That pump fake looked unnatural. He actually initially planned to throw the football, at least that's how he led on, but a smart choice, read the defense, and was able to hang on and cut his losses for a net gain of 0.
5 on the line for NIU. They'll go jet sweep and blown up as Pickett came around the edge for Ball State, couldn't find the corner, and he's taken down for no gain. Right back to the 49. They'll switch hash marks to the right side. Ball State rush to the line on third down and 10. Pemberton in the backfield on the left hip of Samanza, who will throw from the shotgun. Steps up in the pocket, delivers over the middle. That pass is reeled in by Tanner Koziel across the 35. First down, Ball State. Maybe a tad overthrown, but Koziel has the range to grab almost anything.
That's why Tanner Koziel is going to be playing on Sundays for a long, long time. This guy has a long career ahead of him outside of Mid-American Conference football. 6'7", you already can't teach that. Plus his bunny hops. He probably just grabbed that thing 8.5 feet out of the air. Samanza left it high. That's why he loves that targeting Koziel. Big body, put it in his direction, and he'll come down with it. Huge third down conversion.
First and 10 from the 33. 2 in the backfield for Ball State. And they'll snap it to Kyle Kelly as Samanza got out of the way. Shifting his way inside the 30. Pushing with his offensive lineman. Forward progress will get him to the 26. Just on the near side of the right hash marks for Ball State. A gain of 6 or 7 on first down. Kyle Kelly, we've seen him get really involved today, and it's worked.
Yeah, more tomfoolery for this offense. This time it was Caden Samanza walking towards the sideline as if Ball State had called timeout. It was a classic trick play where you're looking to catch the opposition off guard. It works to an extent, 6 to 7 yards, but really this is a very creative game plan for a Ball State team who's playing like their hair's on fire. Backs clearly to the wall, and it's showing in their favor.
Pistol for the Cardinals. Pemberton gets the carry, has to sidestep a defender. He's unable to do so. TFL for the Huskies as creasing in there and making the stop on the play. That's Ty Miles who came through. Ball State rushes to the line, third down, 3rd and 4. Short slant route, can't pick it at the 20, caught. First down, Ball State. That's Malcolm Gilly, who makes the catch on the short in. And Ball State outside and now just inside the red zone. Once again, the Cardinals knocking on the door.
The senior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a guy who's viewed as the leader of this wide receiver core, Truly an outspoken leader at that, too. You can just tell the individual, the figure down there, constantly someone who's being leaned on both by the players and coaching staff. That's why he comes up in the big moment, trusted on third down for good reason. Ball State into the red zone.
Cardinals now 4 for 7 on third down. 3:09 to go in the first half. Delayed give. The draw play goes to Sloan, who spins with a tackler down to the 17-yard line. Give him 2, maybe 3 yards, as Ball State working slowly but surely down toward the goal line.
That was good play rec from Jacob Finley, the redshirt sophomore right side cornerback for Northern Illinois. He came screaming into the backfield off the edge untouched as he keyed in on the fact it was a run, sold all the way out. It pays off. Only a mere 3 yards for Ball State on their first drive in the red zone here.
5 defensive changes for NIU. 4 came onto the field, and then Ray Thomas came on late. Pistol formation. A man almost jumped on the hard count the first time. They go with the snap on count number 2. Play action fake. Samanza up over the top, trying to find that's Magwood short of the goal line, but the pass is incomplete, just on the outside of his right hand. Incomplete, 3rd down and 7.
Samanza did everything fundamentally sound there. Made sure to set his feet even though on the move. Had Keon Magwood, just a rare miss from number 3, really can chalk that one up as an opportunity that he'd like to have back, but not one you could put on Samanza. That was executed correctly, just a throw that sailed him.
3rd down and 7 yards, 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go in half number 1. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining as we near the clock management zone. Here's the 3rd down snap, an important one for Ball State. Sloan runs out right as it's a throw for Samanza, who completes it to Bowick just outside of the 10. He's able to push forward across the 10-yard line between the hash marks and dive down to the 8. That's a first down for Ball State. They convert on 3rd down for the 3rd time this quarter, and they're to goal to go as we will near down to the 2-minute timeout.
That was great protection up front and a great job from Caden Samanza knowing where to go with the football. In that situation, you have to get the ball out quick. He does just that to where he's most comfortable, the left side of the field, pushing the ball outside the hash marks near the numbers. Good execution from number 3 helps to move the chains on 3rd down, something Ball State, as you mentioned, has been doing particularly well this afternoon.
The Ball State Cardinals lead this one by 6. They're trying to extend that before the halftime break. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes even on the clock. We'll step aside. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. Right here, Ball State football.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
Hey, this is Caden Samanza, redshirt freshman quarterback for Ball State football. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Two minutes even to go in the first half. Ball State, they lead it by 6. And the Cardinals knocking on the door once again. We've seen Ball State have a couple of opportunities in the red zone, AJ. The first one was the one that Ball State punched it in for 6. What did they do right on that drive that they haven't been able to replicate since?
The team had complete trust in their young quarterback, Caden Samanza. That's the reality of the situation. He hit Koziel for the touchdown. Now it looks like Kelly will be in. Let's see if they can prove me wrong.
Kelly in the shotgun, fake pitch, runs up the middle, cuts back to the right at the 5, and finds everyone on the field to push him back. Where forward progress will stop, they'll give him the 6 officially. A gain of 2 for Kyle Kelly. I suspect Samanza will be the option here in the latter couple of plays for the goal to go. We're going to see a timeout called.
30 seconds. Charge timeout. Called at 1:56.
NIU wants as much time on this clock as possible. Want to get Josh Holston company another real look on offense to try to tack on some points on the scoreboard and double up. That's why you defer that opening kickoff. But Griffin, I have to say, I'm not a fan of that first down play. It's easy to say in hindsight. I just don't understand when Ball State drives have stalled out today. It's consistently been bringing in Kyle Kelly at quarterback. Let Caden Samanza stay in the flow of the game. He's been the best player for Ball State, not only today but this season. The creative play calling, yes, great, but you're in the red zone. You need to execute. You do it behind your starting quarterback, the most important position in sports.
Samanza into the game on 2nd and goal from the 6. Under center with Charlie Spiegel, the short formation running back. They audible out to the shotgun with 3 receivers to the right. Samanza takes the snap, takes a step up in the pocket, delivers right side end zone to Koziel. Got it! Touchdown Ball State. Koziel strikes again. Samanza's 2nd touchdown pass, and he finds his tight end again, and the Cardinals are in the end zone.
And it's the exact same play as the first touchdown, Griffin. Tanner Koziel looks like he wants to do a double move inside, instead just fades to the back of the end zone. Samanza trusts his ability to place it where only his 6'7" junior tight end can get it. That's exactly what happens there. What did I tell you? Let Caden Samanza throw the football. That's when the offense looks the most comfortable and at ease out there. Now an extra point is a chance to extend the lead to 13.
That throw could not have been placed better. Ball State 19 with a PAT here. They wanted to make it 20, but that one off the upright. No good.
Wow.
So the score remains Ball State 19, Northern Illinois 7.
I wondered if they want to go for 2 in that spot to extend that lead to 14. They opt to just push the ball and try to get 1 point out of it. Ultimately, Ball State leaves empty-handed in terms of the extra point look. Jackson Corville, who's already made a 47-yarder today, just pulled it. I mean, obviously from here we don't have the vantage point to see how the hold was, but it didn't look like anything screamingly noticeably terrible that we could make out. So just a miss from Corville, at least as it stands. 19-7 Ball State. They have to feel good about how they've looked, but you don't ever want to leave points on the board in a rivalry matchup.
The TV trucks decided they've had enough commercial breaks in the first half. We'll keep this one here as the Ball State kicking unit out onto the field. Ball State 19, Northern Illinois 7, a minute and 51 seconds on the game clock in the first half. A chance for a good old 2-minute drill for the visitors to try to crack into this lead. Carson Homer to kick it away from the 35. It's a high spinner to the right side, near side of the field. Fair caught at the 12-yard line. NIU begins their drive from the 25. What's the emphasis on this drive, AJ, with the time low? You got 2 timeouts for the Huskies trying to break and carve into this Ball State lead. A field goal still keeps it at 2 scores.
Yeah, the message for the crew has to be nothing can get behind you, right? This Ball State defense needs to keep everything in front of them, tackle fundamentally sound, and just limit any damage.
First down throw, near side, tackled down. They'll say out of bounds. Cam Thompson making the catch on the near side. Quarterback change for Northern Illinois. Josh Holst still on the sideline, whether that be for performance reasons or just the hit he took on that fumble on the last drive. Regardless, Ethan Hampton, the quarterback for the Northern Illinois Huskies, 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, a receiver either side. Northern Illinois looking to the right to throw. Hampton delivers short curl to the 36-yard line. That's Trayvon Rudolph making another catch. That's Rudolph's 3rd of the afternoon, and it's a 1st down to move the chains.
Griffin, I'm frankly confused as to why, if Ethan Hampton is of health, why he didn't start this contest. Maybe wanted to give the freshman a look. Still not quite sure why.
Hampton rolling to his right, pressured, and throws to the near sideline, reaching to try to reel that one in. They say incomplete to Cam Thompson, who was tiptoeing that sideline across the 50 in front of the Ball State bench. Incomplete, but Northern Illinois may take a little longer to snap this one in order to give the replay team a decent time to look at that play.
That was a very impressive ball from Ethan Hampton after being cold on the bench. Put it where only his guy would have a chance at it. Ultimately just couldn't hang on. But Hampton, the redshirt junior, played in 4 games last year as a backup to Rocky Lombardi. He's a leadership and management major and frankly the best quarterback on this roster. So interesting he didn't start today.
Ball State bring 4, short throw right side, turning the corner across the 45 for NIU to the 1st down marker, exactly 1st down. That's Andrew McElroy, who I think that's the first time we've seen him targeted today. The slot receiver from Bolingbrook, Illinois, making an impact, and NIU now just 4 yards shy of midfield with 1:24 to go.
This is what the offense looks like with Hampton under the helm.
Deep drop for Hampton. Pass tip to the line, incomplete.
Had a man open in Dane Partridge, wanted to go there quickly. NIU doing a good job of easing Hampton into the contest after seeing his initial understudy, who got the start today, Josh Holst, get banged up, at least we presume. Wanted to get it out to the redshirt sophomore, a DeKalb native in Dane Partridge, but Ball State's defensive line had other plans. I believe it was Dakari Frazier getting his club to it.
Both Frazier and Scott Hudson in there to help break up that pass. 2nd and 10 from the 46. 5-step drop over the middle. He's got a man. That's caught. Hampton finds Cam Thompson. Foot race to the goal line. Northern Illinois finds the response they were looking for. Touchdown Huskies with 1:12 to go in the half.
Griffin, I have a genuine question for you. Ethan Hampton's healthy. Why wasn't he in to start the game? That's his 9th touchdown on the year to only 4 turnovers, pinpoint accuracy down the field. It's not like it's some kind of secret. I think the entire country's aware, and I use a better team when their starting quarterback is healthy. Why was he coming off the bench today? Why?
54-yard touchdown for the Northern Illinois Huskies, and they're on to attempt the point after to make it a 5-point game. That kick sails through from Cannon Woodhill. And the score 19-14, Ball State still leads, and a chance to get the offense back out there one more time. But it's a good point you raise here, AJ. You look at the stat line, that drive alone, 4 for 6 for 75 yards for Ethan Hampton.
In only 1:12.
In less than that, in 40 seconds. They got the ball after the 2-minute timeout and drove the ball near effortlessly 75 yards. It's a change that could potentially flip the game on its head, as it seems like Ball State had nearly all the momentum. But just comparing those stats, 75 yards on the one drive for Hampton. Josh Holtz threw 3 or 4 sets, just 7 for 9 for an interception and 64 yards.
I feel this drive could be very indicative of what the rest of this contest will look like for Ball State. Are they going to face adversity in the eye, or are they going to let this break their back? Ethan Hampton comes in, provides a clear spark to NIU's offense, who gets the ball out of the half. But now Ball State has 1:12 of their own to play around with the football after the Huskies scored maybe too quick. We'll see if Samanza's got the answer to prove such.
The battle for the bronze stock never disappoints. 19-14, Ball State leads. Squib kick, rolling to the 10, caught by Gilly, and he'll run out to the 25, spinning around the Cardinal or the Mid-American Conference logo. Near side numbers pushed out of the sideline, just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cardinals will start from there with 1:04, 3 timeouts to work with. Certainly time to have some urgency and push the ball downfield.
That it is. Caden Simonza has looked most comfortable from these 2-minute drills this season when he's calling the offense at the line of scrimmage, seeing what he likes and taking it. This is an opportunity for number 3 to show he's big time.
Don't go anywhere because the halftime report coming up with our very own Ryan Stojetz and AJ Swiatek to break down the first half action. We'll see if there's any more to break down as NIU push into a little bit of coverage here. Empty set, Simonza goes middle of the field in the slot. That's Tanner Koziel, who nearly got the ball ripped from him. It's a 5-yard gain. Koziel tackled at the 35 in between the hash marks. Cardinals running to the line as the clock continues to move under 50 seconds. Man in the backfield, 2nd and 5. Simonza looking to his left. Pass batted down at the line. Incomplete. It falls at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5. And now things slow down a little bit. 44 seconds to go. You got 5 yards on your first 2 plays. Going to need another 5. If you can get it, you call timeout and huddle up. But the play call's got to be right here, HA.
I'd attack the middle of the field, Griffin. 3 timeouts in the back pocket of Mike New. Allow your quarterback to see things and trust him to deliver a strike. I'd look to Brayden Sloan.
5 receivers. Now Sloan in the slot comes back to his running back position. 2 either side for Simonza, who takes the snap, fires quickly to the right, and the pass out too far in front of Bowick, who dove and nearly made the catch at the 45, but just off his fingertips and incomplete. Ball State will punt with 40 seconds left. Might be enough time for Northern Illinois with as fast as that last drive goes, but more importantly, the Huskies get the defense off the field quickly after finding the big score to cut it to within 1 touchdown.
Brutal 3 and out for this Ball State offense. Simonza had a couple of options open, just too far and too much for Justin Bowick. Now they leave NIU with the door open to crack with a good return here. I wouldn't be shocked to see Ethan Hampton pushing the ball downfield, trying to get a lead into halftime. Imagine saying that just 2 minutes ago.
Second punt for the Cardinals. Bounces at the 30, gobbled up at the 23, cutting inside between 2 blockers to the 40 and the 45. Cam Thompson sets up Northern Illinois with great field position, 5 yards shy of midfield for the Huskies.
And that was Brian Cooey Jr. who just made that tackle. Yet again, Ball State relying on their back line. This time the 5'11", 169-pound punter lays the final tackle with no one behind him. That's huge on special teams with only 29 to go in the first half. The ball will be spotted at NIU's own 47. So prime opportunity to put some more points on the board there. Place kicker Cannon Woodhill already has a 50-yard field goal on the season, 1 for 2 from 50+, so just about 20 yards out of his range.
Shotgun for Ethan Hampton, who came in the last drive. Quick touchdown, trying to do it again. First down throw, looking to the right side. He fires medium distance to the Ball State 40, and it's caught. Run out of bounds. Trayvon Rudolph knocking on field goal range. Just a few seconds come off the clock. 24 seconds to go in the half, and NIU into Ball State territory to the 40.
Well, Ethan Hampton putting any questions to rest. He will be the starter moving forward and proving with a chip on his shoulder here why he should have done such in this pivotal game. He is an efficient passer who just finds and hits open targets, owns his high school single game completion record, 94%.
Now 5 for 7 for 88. Back in the shotgun, stands at his 45, the ball snapping from the 40. Looking right, across the middle, that pass incomplete, broken up by Miles Norwood, intended for Thompson once again. Norwood's been all over the place on defense, comes up with a pass breakup that time for 2nd down.
Took the words out of my mouth. When watching silent film this week, Miles Norwood's going to be very happy with what he put on the tape. He has been all over the place, flying everywhere for this Ball State defense that's needed an answer, needed a big game like this. Norwood stepped up.
The Cardinals lead it by 5, 20 seconds to go in the half. NIU still with 2 timeouts on the Ball State 40. Looking to throw. Hampton delivers deep right side. It's dropped on the 5-yard line by Trayvon Rudolph, who had a touchdown if he brought in that ball. He beat the corner on the far side and nearly had it for 6.
Ethan Hampton just delivered a 40-yard strike on a frozen rope. Couldn't have placed it in Trayvon Rudolph's hands any better. He's so frustrated with himself. Body language, head hung low, headed to the sideline. That's a potential 7-point swing as it's now 3rd and 10. NIU's going to need to pick up yardage to even try a field goal. Wow, Ball State just caught a break.
3rd and 10 from the 40 far hash. 14 seconds to go in the first half of play. Motion from the left to the slot receiver. Hampton looking to throw. Pressure comes. He rolls out right. Being chased by the defenseman, run out of bounds across the 35 to the 33. Decision time with 7 seconds to go and fourth down looming for NIU as Scott Hudson, the defensive tackle, able to run the quarterback Hampton out of bounds.
It's actually spotted far further back than initially. They'll say he stepped out of bounds after a gain of 4, so that makes the decision easy. You leave the offense on the field, try to pick up a quick first down, and call a timeout to bring out your field goal unit. So called officially 4th and 6. NIU's going to look to get just past the chains and give their kicker, Cannon Woodall, a shot to end the half.
Yeah, from here it would be 53. They pass that up, and now Ball State will put a stop to things with 7 seconds to go. I saw you counting for too many men. Was it 11?
It was only 11. I was interested to see just because of the nature of when that timeout was called, but it's probably a good one as Ball State's going to want to talk things over behind their defensive coordinator, first year at that, Jeff Knowles. He wants to make sure his guys have the exact look they want. They saw what NIU was just showing on offense. Now will the Huskies bring that same play out of the huddle? That's a whole different question, but for Ball State, the message is clear. Nothing beyond the chains, and you head into half with a lead.
As it stands, 7 ticks on the game clock to go. The Cardinals, if they can force an incompletion or stop the Huskies short of the 30-yard line, will be able to walk out of here with a 5-point lead into the halftime break. Of course, can't be too careful. You can't get beat over the top. We saw Hampton's dead-eye accuracy just a couple of plays ago. Both teams back out onto the field. The ball is spotted on the far hash, 36 yards from the end zone. NIU with 2 receivers either side on 4th and 6. Ethan Hampton, the junior, takes the snap, looks to the right. He fires to a curl route and underthrew him, incomplete. 3 seconds left. Ball State will take over as they get the stop they're looking for to end this half.
Wanted number 84, George Demopoulos on the outside. Tough ask beyond the numbers towards the sideline, but a throw that Ethan Hampton is used to making. And how the turntables. I mean, he threw a perfect 40-yard bomb into the end zone that was dropped. Then he underthrows the cruise little 4th down ball. Ball State just called a break. They'll likely head into the half now with a 5-point lead as they're lined up to take a QB kneel.
Yeah, the Cardinals take a knee. They'll take it into the half. The battle for the bronze stock is only beginning. 19-14, Ball State leads the Northern Illinois Huskies. And we'll have the second half for you right here on SportsLink Digital Radio. But first, we'll take a break. When we return, the halftime report with Ryan Stojetz returning to chat with AJ Swiatek. I'll step aside for a few minutes, maybe grab a drink of water, see if there's any pizza left in the media room, and I'll be back for the second half. We'll step aside. Grab yourself a snack, too. This is Ball State football here on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
from the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
From trivia night at Brothers and tater tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
Hey, this is Tanner Koziel, junior tight end here with Ball State Football. Thanks for tuning in to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. This is your home for all things Ball State football.
Welcome into our halftime show here on SportsLink Digital Radio. I am Ryan Stojetz, joined by AJ Swiatek. The Ball State Cardinals lead the NIU Huskies 19-14 at the halftime break. And AJ, it's been a really interesting one because we talked about this rivalry and how much it means to both of these teams and how it's homecoming. We knew there was a lot of energy, a lot of attention on this game, especially on the Ball State side, a game that the Cardinals really need to come out on top of to have any realistic bowl aspirations. Right now, they're halfway to doing just that. And AJ, I don't know about you, but I am loving this Ball State offense, especially the connection between Caden Samanza and tight end Tanner Koziel, one that's resulted in 2 touchdowns for the Cards.
Well, one of the biggest home games of Caden Samanza's career is halfway through, and he has looked cool, calm, collected, and poised. He's hit the same target you mentioned at Koziel for a pair of touchdowns. That's been his go-to guy all year long, second in the FBS in targets. Ryan, I feel Samanza has looked comfortable, and a lot of it due to the really good game plan brought today by Jared Elliott, the first-year offensive coordinator for the Ball State Cardinals.
The play calling really has been spectacular for Ball State. You see the creativity. You just see the idea of simply getting the ball in the hands of your best athletes, whether it be on a jet sweep, a quarterback draw, getting Kyle Kelly in the mix, or sometimes just a little slant route over the middle. I feel like we've seen Ball State really use each player's skill set that they have on offense in the right way. Especially, again, with Tanner Koziel, it's simple. You know he's got strong hands. You know he's dangerous in open space. Just get him the ball. Brayden Sloan, you know he's someone that sometimes takes a little bit to get going in these contests, but he's a big reason why Ball State's got 114 rushing yards compared to NIU's only 73 as a team. So for the Huskies, we talked in the open about NIU's rushing attack, and there's been some moments of it, but overall, offensively, it's been an interesting first half for NIU because the quarterback situation kind of makes things weird. NIU turns the ball over early, doesn't start out great, but then the last 2 minutes of the first half, NIU has a touchdown drive, nearly had a second one. Ethan Hampton, I know you and Griffin were talking about it on the call, just such a bizarre scenario where if your QB1 is healthy, why is he not playing from the get-go?
Well, I'm really glad you brought it up a couple things there. First of all, NIU, yes, the run game's been working all season long, but you don't want to beat it to a core. I mean, this is a Ball State defense that's last in the MAC in passing coverage, allowing over 310 yards against per contest to quarterbacks. I mean, that's unacceptable. So, of course, you turn to your gunslingers. Josh Holes, the redshirt freshman, didn't have the answers, and you mentioned it. That's where the QB carousel really took a historic turn. It was horrific to see Holst go down. Hopefully all is well there. What I'm confused as to is Ethan Hampton has given you no reason to not be the starter this season and beyond. The Elburn, Illinois native, now 9 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, just broke 1,000 yards on the year in the first half through only 2 drives. He looked very, very good, and if you have the sense it's only going to roll to become more as he was fresh off of the bench in half number 1.
I think that's something that's going to be very pivotal, just how Hampton is now that not only has he put together a few good drives, presumably he should start the rest of the way. So I don't know if we'll ever truly know what the strategy was behind saving your QB1 well into the second quarter. I feel like everyone up here is a little perplexed, but I don't know about you, AJ, but I feel like this first drive of the second half where NIU is going to get the football is going to be huge because it seemed like Ball State was not pulling away, but really getting some separation up 19-7. Then Ethan Hampton comes in, generates a quick touchdown drives. Then the Huskies get the ball back and nearly have another touchdown, but the Cardinals catch a break and are able to force the Huskies to eventually turn the ball over on downs by keeping them just out of field goal range. So it seems like this first drive of the third quarter is really going to be a tone setter because it's either going to be NIU driving down and potentially scoring again, which would give them the lead, or Ball State getting some momentum back by making a stand defensively.
Oh, the first drive out of half is pivotal. It will be very telling. Ethan Hampton in only 2 drives already has 24 more passing yards than Josh Holst, who got more than a quarter, and he has looked very comfortable pushing the ball downfield. Had a 40-yard touchdown dropped by the leading receiver today for NIU, Trayvon Rudolph, who has 4 catches on 7 targets, but Ethan Hampton has looked good. NIU likely scheming up a scripted drive here out of the half that plays to his strength. So Ball State's defense is going to have to bring it because on the other side, if with that scripted drive, with all of the momentum, NIU falls flat, Ball State not only can really continue to put points on the board, but with a quiet 5-point lead right now, the Cardinals are a couple of back-to-back scores away from running away with this one. I mean, right now, the momentum feels like it's fully swung on the pendulum to be in favor of NIU, but look at the scoreboard. Ball State still leads it 19-14 at home on their homecoming. It was an admirable first-half effort from both the offensive and defensive units for the Cards.
We'll have more halftime analysis after this quick break. Cardinals lead 19-14 at the halftime break. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
You're listening to Ball State Football, streaming live with SportsLink Digital.
Now back to the stadium.
Hey, this is Kaden Samanza, redshirt freshman quarterback for Ball State football. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Welcome back to our halftime show. I'm Ryan Stojetz, joined by AJ Swiatek. The Cardinals lead the Huskies 19-14 after 30 minutes of football. And AJ, as we get ready for the third quarter in this matchup, let's get a key to the game for each side. First, let's go for the home team, the team that finds themselves ahead, the Ball State Cardinals. What does Ball State need to do to finish this one out in the final 30?
All gas, no break. It's a cliche, but it's a fitting one here. Ball State has a 5-point lead. Don't let that get in your head. Tortoise in the hair, you know, just because you start off on top doesn't mean that's how it's going to finish. You need to sprint through the finish line if you're the Cardinals. That's in all three phases of the game. The special teams have had their fair shares of ups and downs. So is the offense and so is the defense. Find 30 minutes of consistency and you'll win your homecoming game. Move to 3-5 on the year, 2-2 in Mid-American Conference play. As for the Huskies, I think that it's really clear they found a spark by bringing in Ethan Hampton. So establish that run game. It's what you're known for. Yes, Ontario Brown had the early fumble, but you know, when you have the threat of a pass, it has forced weaker boxes from Ball State, albeit in a 2-minute situation. It'll be interesting to see how Ball State adjusts, but for Hampton, a veteran quarterback with lots of experience as a redshirt junior, take what the defense is giving you, whether that be on the ground or through the air.
When these two teams get together, it seems to always come down to the wire. A lot of great history, a lot of outstanding games played between Ball State and Northern Illinois. Finally, we'll take a look around the Mid-American Conference at some MAC football scores. Obviously, Ball State leading NIU 19-14 at the half here. Another game at halftime, Akron shutting out Eastern Michigan. The Zips up 18-0 at the halftime break. Bowling Green's up 28-17 against Toledo in the final moments of the second quarter, and Miami of Ohio is just blowing out Central Michigan late in the fourth, 43-7 that one is. And then finally, Western Michigan, the only team in the MAC that is still undefeated in conference play, is steamrolling Kent State at half, up 38-7, and we do have a final score. Ohio took care of Buffalo earlier today, winning 47-16. AJ, what jumps out at you on that MAC scoreboard?
I think it has to be what Western Michigan is doing behind their quarterback Hayden Wolf and running back Jaden Nixon. It's a two-headed wolf there and a really scary one at that. You mentioned it, the lone undefeated team left in Mid-American Conference play, up 31 points at the half. The Broncos look legit, man.
A lot of fun football being played in the Mid-American Conference today, including this one here in Muncie. This one's already been a good one, and something tells me we're in for an exciting final 30 minutes. So that will do it for our halftime coverage. I'm Ryan Stojetz. He's AJ Swiatek. AJ will be back with Griffin Leonard as those two will have the call for the second half of this one. Thanks for tuning into our halftime show, and don't go anywhere because the third quarter is starting soon. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
Just about ready to get the second half going here from Schumann Stadium on the campus of beautiful Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana. It's the 97th homecoming game. Ball State 19, Northern Illinois 14, set for another exciting 30 minutes. Griffin, Leonard, AJ, Swiatek. AJ, so excited. Feels like the bronze stock is always ready. The bronze stock always excites. Every year, it's just a barn burner between these two teams. And after a first half like that, I feel like we could almost expect to see the same.
The all-time record indicates no different. 25-24 in favor of NIU. Ball State looks to even things up. But, yeah, I mean, it was an electric first half on both sides. Ethan Hampton came in, provided a spark for an NIU offense that needed it. It's been a battle of the quarterbacks. Caden Simonzo's looked good. He's been hitting Tanner Cozio early and often. Trayvon Rudolph, the main weapon on the other side. Let's see which defense steps up. Ball State winning the turnover battle. Wouldn't be able to tell by the mere 5-point lead, especially with NIU getting the ball out of half. If the defense could do it again, that would be big time.
Well, the bronze stock has always lived up to expectations. For a little more on how this historic rivalry has gone down as of late, Brayden Carroll, how you been?
Doing great, Griffin, and it may be the youngest rivalry in the Mid-American Conference, established in 2008, but it is one of the most bitter between out-of-state opponents. That's only amplified in recent seasons. 2 years ago, Northern Illinois led 21-0 before a Cardinals surge sent the game to overtime. Ball State wins in double OT. Last year, Ball State pulled off an upset as a 9.5-point underdog with a walk-off field goal. Now, Northern Illinois leads the series, but the Cardinals have won 4 of the last 5. Huskies, they have gone through it against this team, and they're itching for a win against the Cards.
The Ball State Cardinals, double-digit underdogs coming in today. They lead at the half, and they kick it away to start this second half. The ball returned out near the 25-yard line. Flags fly on the end of the play as a player down on both sides, and the trainers will come out to attend them. When we start this second half, AJ Swiatek, both teams looking for a game changer. Ball State trying to find that momentum shift to be able to pull away Northern Illinois. Well, it wants... So we'll have a penalty pushing NIU back, but Northern Illinois, well, it wants to find something to finally snatch that lead. They haven't been able to find the lead that has evaded them to this point in the game. And with Ethan Hampton coming out in the second half, at least the way he ended the first half, AJ, I know you were really high on him in the second quarter. That could be the game-changing shift they're looking for.
It definitely could. I want to start by saying my thoughts are with the player down on the field, Jackson Weigold of Ball State's special teams unit. That was a really scary collision between himself and a member of the return team for NIU, whose number I didn't quite catch, but Jackson Weigold, the redshirt junior linebacker, still down on the turf in some serious pain, receiving attention from the medical staff. That's why with 14:56 to play, neither side has taken the field of play. So first and foremost, hopefully all is well with Jackson Weigold. But to what the point you just said, you feel that the winner of this game comes down to which quarterback is going to play the better contest. It's easy to say that in any football game, but in one that went the way that it did in the first half, with it being dictated solely on really through the air from both Simonza and Hampton, you get the sense that this could really turn into a shootout down the stretch.
Both teams, you and Ryan talked about in the pregame, a game that for the loser at least would effectively eliminate them from Mid-American Conference play. Of course, for both of these teams, a lot would need to happen for them to achieve that, but the longer you keep your hopes alive, the more real that possibility becomes. Player helped up to their feet. It is not Jackson Weigold. It is the linebacker, the freshman, Sam Feeney, a major part of this Ball State team. A sack and a forced fumble on the season coming out of Bishop Chatard High School in Indianapolis. He would be a big loss for the Ball State Cardinals if he's unable to return, being helped out, walking off, but arms around the shoulders of both trainers. Sam Feeney, 6'1", 195. And we'll see how that changes things as we begin the second half. So this is very interesting, AJ.
Wow.
This might make you really unhappy. Ethan Hampton is not in the game. Josh Holst is back in for Northern Illinois. Holst had gotten shaken up with about 5 minutes to go in the first half. That prompted Hampton into the game. He was flawless, but after halftime, well, Northern Illinois opted to go back to their original starter. From the 15 on first down, they hand left side. That's Ontario Brown running around the corner, cutting back to his right, up past the 20, pushing forward toward the first down marker at the 25. He's got it in between the hash marks. A play that initially looked like it wasn't going to go for much. Well, Ontario Brown able to work it back upfield and make something of it.
The decision to go back to Josh Holst is a head-scratching one. I really don't understand it. Northern Illinois 4-3. It's different if this team's 0-7, wants to give a redshirt freshman a look. Obviously, we're not at practice day in and day out, but Ethan Hampton just came in for 2 drives and put these points on the board for NIU. You go back to the arm prior? I don't get it.
Sidestep on the run, and there's space across midfield. That's once again Telly Johnson Jr., who got the carry from Holst on first down from the 26. Cut it upfield, sidestepped one, and was off to the races, being wrestled down on the end of the play by the safety McLean. And NIU into Ball State territory here to the 49.
I suppose it doesn't matter who's the gunslinger when you run the football like that on the first 2 plays out of the half. How about setting a tone for the Huskies? Back-to-back hard, angry runs down the teeth of this Ball State defense.
The Cardinals look to bring a couple more bodies into the box to help with the run game. Motion from the tight end. They'll go handoff right side on first down. This is the first time we've seen Gavin Williams running near side to the sideline, getting just about a yard. Gavin Williams into the game. We saw Williams, the Iowa native, grab 16 carries for 78 yards last week.
Right.
But has not gotten a touch in the first half, gets his first carry for a singular yard here.
The personnel usage has been interesting, to say the least, from both sides. Ball State doing a good job of getting the ball in their best playmakers' hands. NIU, I can't say the same. It's been a very interesting look. I'll leave it at that.
Williams out, Johnson Jr. back in. Delayed carry, it'll go to Johnson Jr. Telly breaks the 48, pushes down to the 46 before being wrestled down by George Udo, who had a first big half with an interception on the near side.
Big time 3rd down and 7 coming up here for this Northern Illinois offense. And the confidence of the young gunslinger Josh Holst. Redshirt freshman didn't have his way in the first half, eventually benched for the typical starter, Ethan Hampton. They go back to number 15 out of the break. This big for the mental of the kid who will be the lone player in the backfield. 5 wide is the look.
12 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the third. Third down and 7 from the 46-yard line. Empty look, shotgun snap, rolling right. Holst looking to throw on the run, and it's lofted out of play. Incomplete, no flags. Ball State will get off the field on their opening defensive possession.
The offense just looks far more stagnant with Holst back there as opposed to Hampton. Ball State's defense not complaining. They do their job and will get off the field. It sends Keon Magwood back to return the punt, and now Ball State's offense with a touchdown here can really start to do some damage and put some pressure on this NIU coaching staff in terms of who they go with at quarterback moving forward.
Foley to punt, stands on his own 40. Low snap, but taken cleanly. High moonshot punt up into the air. Over the head of Magwood, falling at the 5, bouncing. Oh, and this is going to be nice for Northern Illinois. Touchdown at the 2, maybe the 3-yard line. Ball State has a long way to go on their first drive of the half. 11 minutes, 53 seconds to go in the third. Ball State gets off the field, their first defensive drive. What can they do on offense? Well, you have to stick around and find out. We're going to take a break. Ball State football on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
Hey, this is Keontae Newsom, senior linebacker with Ball State football. Thanks for tuning in to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. This is your home for all things Ball State sports.
Back here from Schumann Stadium on the campus of Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana, the home of the Cardinals welcomes the homecoming game. Ball State wins the battle on defense to start off the second half. They force a punt. And for Ball State, it's an opportunity to extend the lead here. We've talked about NIU's quarterbacks. We'll save that discussion for when the Huskies next have the ball. But Caden Samanza, 11 for 20 in the first half for 117 and 2 touchdowns. How can he and the offense improve here in the second half?
Well, this is a tall task for the first drive out of the half. Backed up inside your own 5-yard line due to a beauty of a punt from Tom Foley. I'll tell you what, Griffin, improvement hard when you have that good of a stat line in the first, near flawless. If Samanza can lead a drive here that goes the length of the field, it's going to be hard to stop him moving forward.
Really, the only blemish for Samanza, the completion percentage, but the drives have been successful nonetheless. He'll give Pemberton on the first play, running between the hash marks down the gut of the Husky defense to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on first down for Vaughn Pemberton, and the Cardinals will get half of it right there on first down.
I have to echo what Mike New said in his presser. Vaughn Pemberton, a guy with deceptive speed, you see it there, hits the hole, a bigger back, 242 pounds, 5'11", but had a little bit of burst to pick up a couple extra yards. Call it 2nd and 5.
They'll go right back to Pemberton, who stayed in the game on the right hip of Samanza. Hit hard. He'll grind forward for just a yard before being floored and taken down. So third down coming up for Ball State as they work it to the near side of the field, but don't find much of a hole. We'll see Koziel and Sloan come in for Magwood and Pemberton, with some personnel changes coming defensively as well on a big third down.
Yeah, it was sort of a tell Ball State was going to start by running the football when Koziel wasn't out there on first or second down. Now he's lined up in the slot as a tight end, such a versatile asset.
3 receivers on the field. They're all on the far side of the field. The long side, they'll go with the run anyway to Sloan. Breaking toward the 15. He needed the 14. He got to the 15. First down, Ball State. Brayden Sloan pushes forward. It's his first carry of the second half. He's up to 40 yards total on 9 attempts, leading all Ball State rushers.
This Ball State interior offensive line continues to open up gaping holes. John Mucciolo, Ethan Crow, and Kevin Meter gave Brayden Sloan a plethora of options there. The A-gap and B-gap both open. He hit the one near him. Able to get just enough for a first down.
The Cardinals up to 126 rushing yards for the whole team. They go back to the run game on first down to the 20-yard line up the middle. They had 2 running backs in the game in Sloan and Charlie Spiegel. And that time Sloan getting it out to the edge of the NIU red zone, and now whistles come as there's a man down defensively.
Ball State entered today averaging just over 105 yards a game on the ground. Already up to 131, averaging 5.5 in attempts. They've looked the best when doing it up the middle. It's going to provide a second and manageable out of this injury timeout as a Husky is down on the field. It looks like it's Jason Profit.
And Jason Profit has made some pretty quality contributions to the first half of this game. Couple of tackles, and he's been able to plant his foot in the middle of the field and force the Cardinals to work it to the outside on a lot of these rushing plays. The Cardinals have benefited being able to work the ball to the sidelines and find space, but potentially with Profit out of the game now, a chance to find some space up the gut. 2nd and 5 as the clock ticks once again, under 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. They go back to the ground game. Between the hash marks rolls Brayden Sloan across the 22 to the 23. It'll be 2 yards shy of the first down, 3rd down, and about 2 coming for the Cards.
This is a mean style of football, and I like it. Ball State went tricky in the first half. Lots of motion. Now old school offense. Starting inside your own 5, why not 5 consecutive gives to the tailback? It'll lead to a 3rd down and 2 opportunity here. We'll see if Ball State wants to get aggressive. This would be a good time to unleash Samanza's arm.
Lots of hands on hips from the NIU defense. Samanza gives up the middle, pushing to the 25. It's going to be really close on that give to Pemberton. But the referees on either side, the line judges, well, their feet are right on the white turf of the 25-yard line. It's another first down for Ball State. Their 2nd of the half and their 14th overall this afternoon.
6 consecutive runs on your first drive of the second half. That's making a statement. Ball State not afraid to win this line of scrimmage battle. Now a drive that once started at the 3, much more manageable. Looks like typical starting field position. You mentioned it, Griffin. Own 25 for the Cardinals.
Samanza in the shotgun, still waiting to throw for the first time. Now they'll go play action. Dumps it off short. That's caught by Vaughn Pemberton. Short side numbers at the 30, works sideline, close to the first down marker. No, that's Christian Abney. Christian Abney with his first catch of the game. And the sophomore from Zionsville, Indiana, grabs a gain of 9. It's a yard short of the sticks. 2nd and 1 from the 34.
Only the 3rd catch of the year for Christian Abney. He's familiar with what playing the quarterback position was like. He did such in Zionsville, Indiana in high school, converted to tight end upon his arrival at Ball State, and he just helped his quarterback pick up 9.
2nd down and 1. NIU bring a few members for some pressure, but Vaughn Pemberton runs through them across the 35 and the first down marker to the 40. Pemberton staying between the hash marks, using it as a bit of a tightrope, but finding some yards despite that, and grabbing the 40-yard line for a first down. The line to gain now midfield on the dot.
The Lake Forest, Illinois kid runs into contact. He'll get a well-earned breather. That was a quake of a run to move the chains yet again. Ball State stringing together first downs. It's the recipe for a successful offense.
10 yards short of midfield. Ball State on their own, 47-14 to go. Samanza dumps it off short. He's got blockers to Brayden Sloan, who works the ball back to the line of scrimmage, plunges forward for maybe a half yard, but didn't get much on that play. Samanza with another completion, but not much going there. 2nd down and 9.5.
Well, they had a blocker swinging outside in right tackle Taryn Tayo, but the head count clearly won by the team rocking their all-white jerseys. NIU was 3-on-1 to the punch. Never a chance to get anything going there out of the backfield. So now it's second and backed up. First time Ball State's been in this situation in the second half. See if they turn back to the ground game or want Simonza to push the ball downfield.
Brayden Sloan with 47 receiving yards and 47 rushing yards. Now gets the carry on the draw play, but runs straight into the defensive tackles to the 42. Just a yard and a half gain that time. It'll make this 3rd and 8 for Ball State, right between the hash marks, a couple of yards from the feathers of the Ball State logo at midfield.
That play started with a designed motion. Keon Magwood moved from the right side of the field all the way across the formation to the left side. Didn't ultimately open anything up for Sloan, who couldn't find a hole. Now it will be 3rd and a country mile here for the Cardinals. They have done a good job of keeping third downs manageable. Let's see what they go to on 3rd and 8.
7 for 11 today, 2 for 2 in the third quarter. Simonza steps up in the pocket, has Koziel wide open at midfield, trudges forward to the 45 into NIU territory. Tanner Koziel makes himself available as the tight end. He leads the Cardinals in catches today. That's his 6th, up near 50 receiving yards, now leading all Cardinals in that category as well.
The zone far too soft there. Let the best player on Ball State's offense just sit down on a little hook, and the rest history. Javon Bird, Santana Banner in on the tackle. Just had to watch as Koziel just found an opening and sat in it. It's exactly how it's taught against a cover 2.
Looking to give on first down. High snap, but Simonza puts it into the hands of Pemberton, who runs through the defense across the 40 to the 38. Give him a gain of 6 on the play. And Ball State continue to move forward. Christian Abney's going to come off the field as he looks to be a little shaken up. His replacement at the tight end position will be Tice Farrell. As we tick down under 5 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Ball State driving. They lead by 5 points. Trying to add on to that here on the 38-yard line.
Starting to see why this BSU team top 30 nationally in time of possession, leading the clock here.
They need the 34 in the next 2 plays. It's Pemberton again, who runs to the left, cuts back upfield to his right across the 35, gets the first down to the 32-yard line. Pemberton cooking once again. Him and Brayden Sloan have been that tandem duel near unstoppable for this NIU defense, not just in the third quarter, but overall.
They have. What I want to point out on that play, I think you would agree, we have the best vantage point of any. Set up perfectly at the 35, the Ball State ball now at the 32. Caden Simonza fooled the whole defense like he kept that one and went to throw it. It was almost a play action of a play action. He faked as if he still had the football. It was just enough to keep Roy Williams on his toes and lead for an opening for the back, who slithered through the gap.
Ball State will have it on the 32-yard line. The home side continues to drive, but they call timeout here. Now, I don't know about you, but I always raise an eyebrow when teams start calling early timeouts in the second half, especially in a close game. But the Cardinals opting to talk it over. Coach Mike New has a couple of words for his offense. Ball State sit on the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 with 3:42 to go in the third.
Yeah, and it was an interesting one in this situation because there was plenty of time on the play clock. It didn't look like it was to avoid a delay of game, and this only being a first down situation, it makes it all the more interesting because it's not like you're just trying to scheme up the perfect play. So Ball State maybe a little banged up, want a breather with 3:42 to go on a really long drive that's been high-key impressive, starting all the way on their own 3, now down to the opposition's 32. Just a old-school approach here from Ball State in their first look out of the half. They've really just watched the clock dwindle at their own doing.
Sometimes old school's what works, right, AJ? And Ball State have had the ability, the Cardinals have had the ability to push the ball down the field in multiple aspects. And it seems like whenever the passing game isn't at its best, the rushing game has been able to make up for it. Now, the passing game has been pretty good. Simonza has made a few errant throws here and there, but a completion percentage over 60%. Got a couple of touchdowns, and I've got to say, with the various inconsistencies we've seen from the Ball State team over the course of the year, they've had their high spots, they've had their low spots, but the Simonza-Koziel connection is one that has constantly been at the top of the list.
And how could it not be? I mean, Tanner Koziel is a guy who is going to make a living playing the sport of football. And revisiting what Caden Samanza has done not only today but this season, it's a sigh of relief and a breath of fresh air for a Ball State fan base that watched a complete QB carousel last year between Lane Hatcher, Kyle Kelly, and Caden Samanza. Just having a typical face back there has helped Ball State, and I hate to continue to harp on this, but you wonder if NIU needs to take a page out of their book and just stick with their starting quarterback. When Ethan Hampton's out there, he's generated half of NIU's total 14 points on a combined 2 drives.
We will see what Northern Illinois elects to do when they get their offense back out there, but for them, the focus right now is, can they stop Ball State's offense? Ball State driving now upwards of 60 yards down the field in their first drive of the half, taking off over 8 minutes so far. Started the drive on their own 3, and Ball State has worked it now over 8 minutes and 11 seconds, closing in on the red zone. 1st and 10 in between the hash marks on the short side. They'll give delayed to Brayden Sloan, but this time the defense gets there. It's Cade Haberman, the first to touch him. I don't think he'll get credited for the tackle, as Sloan was able to duck free, but the momentum slowing was enough to take him down for a loss of 1.
I really like how Ball State has kind of looked themselves in the mirror here in their first drive out of the half. Kyle Kelly's packages weren't working in the first. They're just sticking with what has, and that's runs up the middle and passes across the middle of the field. Really like the game called so far from Jared Elliott. He's helped his offense to remain in rhythm and comfortable.
Left hash, 2nd and 11. Samanza dancing in the pocket, throws, and that pass is caught by Malcolm Gilly. It was thrown into double coverage. Kind of a catch on the shoulder by Malcolm Gilly. Ended up working the ball back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him forward progress about 4 yards, but he was tackled down at the original line of scrimmage, the 32. Rushing to the line, Ball State 3rd and 6 from the 28. Shotgun snap coming. Samanza, deep drop, pressure comes. Having to evade some pressure, he's brought down in the backfield. A sack comes in from Skylar Gill Howard, and that stops the Ball State drive in its tracks. 4th down and long coming.
That's exactly what you can't do. On 2nd down, it was almost Brett Favre-esque. I'm going to throw the ball so hard the defense can't catch it. Full confidence in Samanza's own arm to whip it into double coverage. Then on 3rd down, the only message, Caden Samanza, don't take a sack, stay in field goal range. Instead, now it's this weird, awkward 4th and 15 where the offense looks like they'll stay out there.
Ball State's offense out there, although Samanza backs up, he's going to punt this himself.
A pooch punt.
The quarterback gets it down to the 15. Will they get a Ball State roll?
Wow.
You bet. Caden Samanza to the 1.
That was awesome.
The Mission Viejo kid can do it all. And now Ball State, after starting from the 3, drives it down. They end up punting, but now Northern Illinois will start, and they'll have to go 99 yards.
That's a lost art in modern football. The pooch punt. We saw Tom Brady do it in his prime. Wow. Caden Samanza backs up 3 yards. Perfection. I mean, he had a little bit of spin on that thing. You could tell number 3's been practicing it. Coach knew, confident enough to use it in game. It's the right call. So ultimately, Ball State starts inside their own 3. Dribbles over 8 minutes off of the clock. They don't have any points to show for it, but they are winning the field position battle as NIU will now have to set up inside their own 3-yard line.
1 minute and 48 seconds to go. Ball State leads it by 5 points over the Northern Illinois Huskies here on the scoreboards at Schumann Stadium. That's the score that shows. We'll see if it changes when we return as Northern Illinois start a long drive. This is Ball State football on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is Sports Link Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
1 minute and 48 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Griffin, Leonard, AJ Swiatek for the conclusion of the third quarter into the fourth here on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. Caden Sawanza with the pooch punt, downs Northern Illinois officially on their own 2. The Huskies will start from there. Pistol formation, looking to drive themselves out of their end zone. It is Hampton back into the game. He delivers a strike on the quick out to his receiver in Cam Thompson. They get out toward the 10-yard line. Ethan Hampton back into the game for the Huskies, AJ.
Another good piece of open field tackling, this time by Eric McLean, who was left on an island one-on-one. Ultimately did falter and allow the catch, but didn't give up on the play. The real storyline, you're right, I'm glad you mentioned it, Ethan Hampton back under center. So the fourth official QB change of this one, as it's just switching between Hampton and Holst. I'm guessing number 2 will have the offense the rest of the way.
Hampton has his Huskies 2nd and 2 from the 10. Farhash go up the middle to the running back in Ontario Brown, who tries to dive forward for the marker, gets a yard, but only 1. Joey Stemler on the tackle to bring up 3rd and short. An important play here for the Cardinals to try to show that they can stop this Ethan Hampton-led NIU offense.
A big 3rd and short at that, indeed. It'll be 3rd and 1 officially. That's a long 1 yard. NIU's going to come out in the shotgun, which has been a point of emphasis in the media recently. Should they hand this off, I'll have more.
Pistol formation, 3rd and 1, up the middle, and they will have the first down yardage necessary. That's Telly Johnson Jr., who went right up the gut to the 14-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Huskies, who start their drive. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter as the final 10 seconds begin to tick away. Both teams trotting down to the sideline. No points in quarter number 3. 19-14, Ball State leads on their homecoming game, but 15 more minutes could become very telling as we try to decide who will maintain or who will win the battle for the bronze stock. 15 more minutes upcoming. We'll be back in a minute. Ball State football here on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
Hey, this is Tanner Koziel, junior tight end here with Ball State Football. Thanks for tuning in to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. This is your home for all things Ball State football.
The Northern Illinois Huskies are trying to drive and make things happen. But it's been a pretty good day for Ball State's offense, as they've had a couple things go their way, a couple things that maybe don't happen as often. Brayden, Carroll, I know you've been keeping an eye on it. What do you got?
Well, Caden Samanza and Tanner Koziel are having what you could say career games between those two. Koziel, this is just his second career game with 2 touchdowns. And Caden Samanza, this is his second career FBS game with 2 or more touchdowns and no interceptions. We're waiting on Northern Illinois' offense to get cooking here in the second half, but this entire game we've seen Ball State put up some tremendous numbers on that side of the field.
Well, and to be fair, Brayden, we're looking for both offenses to start to get going here. No points in the third quarter. 15 more minutes to crown a winner here. Griffin, Leonard, and AJ Swiatek, thank you very much, Brayden, for the cameo appearance. Tanner Koziel having a pretty good day. Samanza waiting for his next shot at coming out and trying to extend this lead. Hampton to throw quickly on the first play down to the 20-yard line. It's caught by Cam Thompson, who's been his favorite target today since coming in the second quarter. That play is good for about 5. Give him 6 to the 20-yard line even. 2nd and 4.
Ball was left a little bit low for number 0. He had room to run after the catch, but by college rule, when the knee goes down, you are down as a ball carrier. If that was on the money, it could have been a first down. Nevertheless, not going to complain about a 6-yard pickup on your first play out of the quarter break.
Pistol snap, 2nd and 4. Hampton brings motion right to left in one of his receivers. He'll instead go up the middle. That's Ontario Brown cutting to his left, but nowhere to go. Right to the 20. Won't even get the 21. They'll give him a half yard for his effort. 3rd down coming up. Ball State with a chance to get off the field.
I would like to know if the motion of Trayvon Rudolph was called for by Ethan Hampton or by design, because regardless, it's what is known as a purposeless motion. Sending a receiver across the formation when you're just going to give the ball in the middle of them running only helps the defense. It allowed Ball State to have an extra number in the box, so call it 3rd and 4 now. Big play for both sides.
3rd and 4. NIU going right to left. Hampton in the shotgun. Running back to his right. He'll look to throw to the left. He's got a slant route. Tackle made incomplete. Some contact there. The receiver was Trayvon Rudolph. The ball whizzed by him. The tackle was made, but the ball wasn't in his hands. Incomplete pass. 4th down.
I think Eric McLean may have just caught a break there. It looked like he was in early on that contact. Just absolute emotions flaring on that NIU sideline. They can't believe there was no penalty or laundry that hit the turf. Nevertheless, it was a bang-bang play in favor of the Cardinals, one that they'll definitely take on their side. Big 3rd down stand from the hometown team.
Foley to punt from inside his own 10. That's a nice ball. Heading out, twirling and fluttering past the 50, bouncing into Ball State territory where it'll be gloved at the 45-yard line. Ball State will start from there after we get ready to step aside here. 13 minutes and 25 seconds to go in regulation. Ball State clinging to a 5-point lead over Northern Illinois, but a chance for Caden Samanza and the rest of the offense to extend it a little bit, make it a little more comfortable. You're listening to Ball State football here on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Back here with 13 minutes and 25 seconds to go in quarter number 4. Ball State getting set, 55 yards from the goal line. They could use a touchdown here, AJ, but I think both teams just trying to find a way to get on the scoreboard here in half number 2.
Yeah, any score would be a big score here for Ball State, leading at 19-14. A field goal would extend the lead to 8. It's about picking up the yardage necessary, setting up shop at their own 45 after a wobbler from the boot of Tom Foley.
Samanza draw play to Sloan on first down, going up the gut, working to the left to the far hash marks. Just a half yard, maybe a yard there for Brayden Sloan. Sloan, that's the 14th time he's gotten the ball, but averaging under 4 yards a carry. Not quite to 50 yards yet for the transfer. Just a yard there.
A lot of what Brayden Sloan does, however, doesn't show up on the stat sheet. He is far and away the best pass-blocking tailback that the Cardinals have on this 2024 roster. Samanza seems far more comfortable when he has him as a 6th option in pass protection.
2nd and 9 to throw is Samanza. He steps up and delivers a deep ball to the right side, but Bowick hadn't run that fade like he wanted him to. Incomplete, 15 yards over his head. 3rd down and 9 with 12:44 to go.
Miscue on what's called an option route right there. Bowick and Samanza not on the same page. That's one they'll likely get hammered out in the upcoming weeks of practice. You have to remember Bowick has been absent due to that kidney laceration. Samanza wanted him to go downfield. Bowick sat in the opening in the zone. Ultimately, a miscue just throws away a down.
Kanan Samanza with a running back on either side. 3rd down and 9 from the 46. They need the NIU 45. They deliver over the middle. Koziel brings it in at the sticks. 1st down, Ball State. Koziel hangs in there with contact and makes his 7th catch of the game.
And that's amazing for my pony package agenda. Ball State now up to 3 plays, 3 first downs out of the pony package. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Keep 2 backs in the backfield. Samanza's more comfortable with protection.
Koziel took a shot on that play. He'll come out of the game, as will Charlie Spiegel. Christian Abney, the replacement tight end for Koziel. 1st down. Give Pemberton going right to left, or rather left to right. Grabs a yard, but that rushing game has slowed for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they're asking a lot of Samanza here with minimal pickups on 1st and 2nd down. It's turning into too predictable of a running situation. NIU just stacking the box, daring this Ball State offense to allow Samanza to try to push the chains himself. I'd be shocked if Ball State comes out and hands off the ball here on 2nd and 9, even though Samanza's going to line up under center. Watch a play action. He's going to roll.
Single back. We haven't seen the Cardinals go with this formation as much in this game. Pre-snap penalty. In fact, I think this might be the first false start we've seen all game.
It's the first pre-snap penalty, period.
Penalty that time on the left guard, John Mucciola. Or Mucciola, excuse me.
Yeah, Mucciolo, a New York native, 24 preseason All-MAC member. Rare mental blip for him. And it also revealed what Ball State was looking to do there. Receivers were breaking out wide. It was going to be a play-action pass. So now that NIU's keyed into what Ball State wanted to do from under center, they'll go back to the shotgun.
So they bring 3 receivers out to the right. Samanza deep in the shotgun back into Ball State territory. 3-step drop, looking right side. He's got an out route. Tanner Koziel, of course it's him. Out of bounds across the 40 to the 36-yard line, 37-yard line. It's not quite enough for the first down, but it'll set up a very manageable 3rd down and 2.
This connection, oh so potent. When Samanza has nowhere else to go, he just looks in the direction of big number 88 and hit him on the numbers. Just textbook there from a young quarterback going to his outlet. Good job from Samanza to make his way all the way from left to right through all of his reads.
They feed Pemberton. 3rd and 2. They need the 35. Met at the 35.5. Did they give him the first down? Line judge David Middleton pointed yes. And yes, the ball spotted right there on the 35, enough to move the sticks. And the Cardinals will also, importantly, keep the clock rolling.
It's a big-time call. Ball State not going to have to risk bringing out a 4th down unit. Instead, the chains move, and they're really 1 first down away from comfortable field goal range for Jackson Corville.
5 on the line defensively for NIU, but 1 looks to be potentially in man coverage on the tight end Koziel.
This is 21 personnel here.
First down, give middle of the field. Pemberton cuts back to his right after sidestepping to the left. He'll grab, if you can believe it, 1 yard, and it'll be 2nd and 9.
That was a lot of work for a single yard. Ball State went jumbo there. 5 offensive linemen, Abney and Koziel. Only 1 man in the backfield. Really a heavy package from just inside the 35. Looks like they'll bring out some more skill positions here, and rightfully so.
Under 9.5 minutes to go in regulation. The Cardinals lead it by 5 points. From the NIU 34-yard line, they go Sloan, who looked like he had a hole on the right side of the O-line, but it was closed down, and he is taken down. No gain on the play, 3rd and a long 9. On the second spot, they'll give him a yard. 3rd and 8, 9 to go. Samanza looking left with a throw, nearly intercepted. Did the contact come early? Pass is incomplete. Good. And that'll bring up 4th down and decision time for Ball State.
Good play by Jacob Finley, the redshirt sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama. I know you mentioned potential early contact. Had his head on the ball, poked a hand in there, did just enough.
So we saw Jackson Corville hit from 47 earlier. I called it a mile. AJ, you said not quite. This one's from 50. What do you say?
I'd say 50 yards is about 200th of a mile.
Jackson Corville from a ways out to try to give Ball State an 8-point lead. Snaps down. The kick is up from Corville, and it is
bingo.
Good. Corville, the jackhammer.
I mean, unreal. This kid's hitting deep field goal after deep field goal. You know, in the back of his head right now is the PAT he missed, because it would be a 2-possession game had Ball State capitalized on the easy one. But a valiant effort from the redshirt sophomore who put that behind him and just buried a career long.
Jackson Corville has not attempted many kicks this season. Just 3 for 4 coming in today. Of course, he's kicked a ton of PATs and has been perfect on the point after. But relatively untested in the place kicking. His long of the season coming into today was 38. That's his 3rd field goal of the game, and none bigger than that one from 50 even.
Big time kick from number 96. So Ball State will lead it by 8 with just under 9 minutes to play. Griffin The question here is, one, who's going to be under center between Ethan Hampton and Josh Holst? And two, which weapon wants to step up and make a play on the outside? Outside of that early 50-50 ball in the first quarter, NIU's receivers have been doing their quarterbacks less favors than the other way around.
Well, the Cardinals get 3 points. They make it the largest margin they possibly can in a one-score game, but Northern Illinois gets a chance to find their first points of the half. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
What up, Cardinals fans? This is Kyle Kelly, redshirt junior cornerback for Ball State football. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Field goal kicking in college football is one of the things that I think the position, well, they get just about no slack for. It's a hard position to do well, and they get judged very harshly. Jackson Corville has been magnificent today, hitting from 47 and just now 50 for a new career long. Ball State getting ready to kick things away. Ball State leads by 8. It'll be a touchback, as it was fair caught at the 1. Brayden Carroll with more on Jackson Corville.
This is by far the surprise of the game, Jackson Corville's performance. This season, he hasn't had anything longer than a 38-yarder heading into this matchup, and you look at his career high, it's a 48-yard field goal last year against Kent State. Flash forward to today, he's got a 47-yard field goal and a 50 bomb. That's higher than anything he's hit in college or high school. He is having himself a day, and if Ball State can walk out with the victory, surely he gets the game ball.
Well, clearly Coach Mike New had confidence in Jackson. I've got to wonder, what is he practicing in practices? Is he trying it from 50? Is he trying it from 55? But clearly, he's successful. Quick throw, hit as he threw. That's Hampton, who dumps it off short, and it will go nowhere. Dane Partridge with his first catch today. We've seen him on the return team. Gets a catch, but gets nowhere. A loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Hampton was hit hard, immediately felt pressure in his face when dropping back to pass. Ball State did a really good job of generating force up front, pushing the offensive lineman right back into the backfield.
Northern Illinois begins their drive at the 25, now sit on the 24. Firing out route, Hampton finds his man in Cam Thompson, and the Ohio native steps out of bounds on the short side in front of the Ball State bench at the 35-yard line. Give him a first down for the Huskies, who need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this one with 8 minutes and 10 seconds and ticking on the regulation clock. First down and 10 from the Ball State, or rather the NIU 35, left hash. Hampton in the shotgun. He's got the running back, Ontario Brown, but he'll go play action. Dump off to Grayson Barnes, who gets flipped over. A gain of 1 and a hard hit on the play by a man who's been all over the place in George Udo.
A guy who is coached by the former NFL fullback James Hodgins personally. George Udo with the big interception in the first half now makes an open field tackle on Grayson Barnes.
Udo with the hit, gain of 1, 2nd and 9, and that pass short side out route on the far side of the field, and it's knocked down at the line. It was intended for Trayvon Rudolph. Brings up 3rd down and 9 yards to go for Northern Illinois, who have not found a way to score since the second quarter.
It's a good job by Brandon Berger. Didn't generate any pressure, but he didn't give up on the play. Stayed locked in on Ethan Hampton's eyes the whole way through. Well-timed jump, able to knock the ball out of the air and force a 3rd and long.
3rd down and 9 from the shotgun, far hash. Hampton stepping up. Pressure coming around the left side. He throws over the middle, high and incomplete. Intended for Cam Thompson. Covered swiftly on the play for Ball State.
Uh-oh, flag after the fact. Flag on the field due to pushing and shoving after the play. If Ball State just gave up 15, that's irresponsible and unaccepted.
This will be a big decision here. Ball State were walking off the field.
They're walking backwards as if it's going to be signaled against them.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense for taunting. Number 15. His first of the game. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
And that's completely inexcusable, AJ.
Brutal stuff from Eric McLean. Back to the 3rd down play. Ethan Hampton had all day to throw. Actually had an open Trayvon Rudolph on the near side of the field. Forced the ball downfield. Ball State caught a break. Their defense held, but it's back-breaking from the freshman from Lombard, Illinois. A young mistake from a guy who's inexperienced, and it shows there.
Ball State catches a break. NIU catch an even bigger one. Handoff on 1st down going across the 45 down toward the 41-yard line. That's once again Ontario Brown. He's gotten the majority of the calls on the running game for Northern Illinois, and he has his 9th carry up near 50 yards on the day. 2nd down and 2 as they approach the Ball State 40-yard line. Right back to Ontario Brown across the 1st down marker, past the 40, down to the 35 on the far side of the field, past the hash marks. 1st down Northern Illinois as they near field goal range.
Something I'd like to point out with Ontario Brown, just a true team player. Rushed for 1,296 yards last season. Now here he has been a part of really a 3-headed backfield. Himself and Gavin Williams have been splitting the load most of the way. Other faces mixed in, but Brown has embraced it and has made the most of the opportunity. Had a nearly costly fumble earlier today, but has responded well.
Brown limped off the field after that last play. It's Terry Johnson Jr. in the game on 1st and down from the 15. Hit as he threw. Hampton delivers deep to the end zone.
Yikes.
Flags fly at the 1-yard line as the pass was underthrown by Hampton, who took a hit. Underthrown to Camp Thompson. And, well, it's unfortunate. Will Yates, or rather Miles Norwood, is going to come up with a big penalty here.
Yeah, just absolutely brutal stuff for Ball State. Looked like they got off the field. Instead, it's a pass interference just a few plays removed from an unsportsmanlike conduct that is going to move NIU into the red zone. Griffin, for me, there from Hampton, yes, he got hit. I think that was not an underthrow. That was a perfect throw. He gave his guy a chance to come back to the football. Never getting his head around was Yates. The rest is history. Great move from Hampton to give his guy a shot.
Looking to throw short, complete by Hampton on the far side of the field. Wrestled down short of the 10. And that's Trayvon Rudolph once again for this NIU team who have entered the red zone. But we talk about the penalties. Ball State had played a very, very clean game. Both sides playing a very clean game in the first 3 quarters. Prior to those 2 15-yarders, Ball State was just 2 penalties for 15 yards. Those penalties extend the drive, and Northern Illinois is knocking on the door. Hampton in the shotgun, 1st and 10, or rather 2nd and 2 from the 12. Hampton takes the snap, looking to throw. He's got 3 receivers to the right. That pass is batted down by Brandon Berger. The Indy native knocks it down and knocks the quarterback down as a second effort. 3rd down and 2 after the incompletion.
The second pass deflection of the drive for Berger came screaming off of the right side of the line, working one-on-one with the senior Evan Buss. Was able to get his right arm outstretched, get a piece of the football, and that was a big-time 3rd and short in what is surely 4-down territory for the Huskies.
That pass was intended for Gavin Williams, who got in the game. They bring him out and bring Johnson Jr. back in. 3rd and a long 2 for Northern Illinois, who won't be wanting to settle for a field goal with 5.5 to go. They snap it on 3rd and 2. Give to Johnson Jr. up the middle, needing to work toward the 10, and he's got it. Still on his feet. Finally dragged down toward the 5 on the end of the play by Jordan Coleman. 1st down and goal for the Northern Illinois Huskies with 5 minutes and change remaining here in Muncie.
A great impromptu motion. Ethan Hampton signaled for the lead blocker, Grayson Barnes, to get over to the strong side. It helps set up the run play on third down that now has a goal-to-go situation with 5 to go in the fourth for NIU.
From the 6 on 1st and goal. Delayed give up the middle, and that stretching to the goal line. It's Ontario Brown. He's in. Touchdown, NIU. And they're within 2 points with 5 minutes to go. Brown punches it in from 6 yards out, and the visitors have an opportunity to tie this one at 22 apiece.
The second rushing touchdown of the day for Brown, had a 34-yarder to get NIU first on the scoreboard. Now, this Huskies team just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up, a game that Ball State has really led from start to near finish. 4:57 on the clock. Goes without saying, this the biggest play of the game to this point.
Touchdown confirmed by our replay team. Northern Illinois will go for 2 from the left hash. Hampton in the shotgun. He's got Johnson Jr. in the backfield. Or rather, that's Gavin Williams. It'll be a throw. Looking right side. Firing wide open end zone, but dropped by Cam Thompson. Thompson had it in the backyard of the end zone, but couldn't reel it in the breadbasket, and Ball State holds their lead.
I don't believe it. Number 0 was running all alone. He couldn't believe how much real estate he had. Just thought about it for a moment too long, and the biggest play of the game is a drop from Cam Thompson. Ethan Hampton took all day back there, found a wide open man in the back of the end zone. Cam Johnson just watched it bounce between his hands and hit the turf. That's brutal for Northern Illinois.
Ball State 22, Northern Illinois 20 with 4 minutes and 57 seconds to go. We've got a thriller here in Muncie. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Ball State football, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie here on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Hey, this is Tanner Koziel, junior tight end here with Ball State Football. Thanks for tuning in to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. This is your home for all things Ball State football.
The Ball State Cardinals survive a tough 2-point conversion from the Northern Illinois Huskies. The Huskies unable to convert. They trail by 2 here as the shadows creep in and envelop the field here at Schumann Stadium. Coming up on 6:30 local time, and the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter coming up upon us. AJ Swiatek, I'm Griffin Leonard. AJ, as Northern Illinois gets set to kick it away, what are you expecting and wanting to see from this Ball State offense in what could be the most crucial drive of the game offensively?
Well, on this Saturday, October the 26th, it's more than a battle for the Bronze Stalk. It's homecoming in Muncie, Indiana. This Ball State team entered the game as 13-point underdogs, now lead at 22-20 with a chance to slam the door and put the nail in the coffin. It doesn't matter if it comes on the ground or through the air. Ball State needs to hold on to the football, no turnovers, and secure the ball. This team has dominated time of possession all season long. It's time to put it to the test when it matters most for Mike New's squad.
NIU opt to squib the kick. It's picked up at the 30 by Christian Abney, who falls at the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. Ball State with pretty good field position here with 4 minutes and 54 seconds to work with. The battle for the Bronze Stalk Trophy is sitting there on the Ball State sideline on the far 25-yard line. The Northern Illinois Huskies have been trying to steal it back for a while. Can Ball State hang on? First down and 10 on their own 37. Delayed give. Brayden Sloan running around the left side, and he's pulled down on the play after a gain of 2. That is
Skylar Gill Howard. Not often you see a defensive tackle wear number 0, but the redshirt junior transfer stands at 6'1", 285. I'll tell you, he fills out that frame and then some. A menacing presence up front, limits it to a gain of 2.
And Gil Howard's had a really good game for these Huskies. 6 tackles now, and he has the lone sack for Northern Illinois on defense. 2nd and 8 from the 39. They go end around. That's Pickett charging through the Northern Illinois defense across the 45. Enough for a Ball State first down, a yard shy of midfield on the far side. And that will move the chains with 4 minutes and 3 seconds remaining.
It's another good run for Pickett, his 3rd of the day. The lone rusher for Ball State not to have a rush result in a loss today. Pickett now up to 3 carries, over 40 yards, and as a wideout, he's being used almost a bit in a Debo Samuel-esque role here. Lots of motion, lots of short hitters, working well for number 7 in his role in this offense.
Pickett standing far on the right side of the field with Malcolm Gilley, the 2 receivers. It's a give around the right corner for Sloan, who cuts it back upfield, able to get back to the line of scrimmage and grab maybe a half yard. Still shy of the 50-yard line. 2nd down. Ball State continuing to use the clock. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go right now. Reminder of the timeout situation, AJ. Ball State called an early timeout in the 3rd quarter. The Huskies still have all 3 of theirs that I would expect them to use coming up pretty soon.
And yet again, it was a big run stuff from Skylar Gill Howard to keep Ball State at the sticks. This is the biggest couple of plays of the game here inbound with under 3 to go. Ball State needs to push the chains at least once more.
Under 3 to go. Samanza in the shotgun. Play action to Pemberton and throws behind Justin Bowick. Caden Samanza very unhappy with that throw. I don't blame him. Not only was it 5 yards behind his receiver, but it stops the clock at 2 minutes and 50 seconds and is essentially a free timeout for Northern Illinois, bringing up 3rd and 10.
Well, Samanza and Bowick continue to be on different pages today. Number 2 was clearly running a slant on the RPO that Samanza expected him to run about 3 yards more shallow than he did. So that's why Samanza was so upset. Not necessarily a misfire, more so a miscue there, Griff.
3rd down and 10 from the 49. They need the NIU 41. Deep drop. Samanza over the middle looking for his favorite target in Koziel. Hands up in the air. They wanted a flag, but the pass is incomplete. No flags on the play. Ball State will punt, and Northern Illinois will have a chance to drive for the lead.
It's the bad kind of deja vu for Ball State Cardinals fans. This team has been in so many close Mid-American Conference games, not only across the last few years, but even just this season, sitting 1-2 in the MAC with a close loss up in Mount Pleasant to the Chippewas of Central Michigan. It's time for the defense to step up. The weakest of the 3 units to this point on the year for Ball State will be tested if they want to keep the Bronze Stalk in Muncie, Indiana on Ball State homecoming.
Cooley Jr. from his own 35. That ball is booted up into the air. Running in to claim it at the 15 is the NIU return man, hit at the 20 and taken down at the 21. That's Dean Partridge, who got the call on the return. Brings it out a yard farther than a touchback would have gotten them, and Northern Illinois will have 79 yards to the goal line. More like 59 to field goal range with 2:36 to go.
Obviously, a touchdown would be nice, not having to rely on a leg on a day where wind has slowly kicked up from left to right in favor of Ball State. It will be at the back of their defense and the face of the offense. But the message here is to get the ball within the 30. NIU's place kicker, Cannon Woodall, has been one of the best in the MAC this year and has the range to make it from 45 plus.
Ethan Hampton from the shotgun, first down, has some time to throw, finds a man over the middle, and the pass is dropped again. He had daylight for Northern Illinois. It was Dane Partridge who drops the second ball today. Partridge unable to come up with it, 2nd down and 10. I think he would have had 20, 25 yards if he caught that ball.
That's the story of this game. NIU has left points on the board time and time again. In the first half, Trayvon Rudolph dropped a would-be 40-yard touchdown. Then we saw Cam Thompson drop the 2-point earlier in this quarter. Now Partridge just dropped, like you mentioned, what would have been at least a 30-yard gain.
2nd and 10, far hash the 21 for NIU. Pressure comes. The pocket converges. Pass batted up into the air. Intercepted by Joey Stemler. Ball State forced the turnover. The pocket collapsed. The throw is off the hand of one of the Ball State defensive linemen, and it popped up into the air, caught by Joey Stemler, and the Cincinnati native comes up huge for Ball State. The Cardinals take over with 2:26 on the clock.
It's Joey Stemler's second interception on the year. Griffin, we talked about it. Which team wanted to come out and prove that their unit was better? Ball State's defense has been the Achilles heel this season. Today, they step up and then some. The defense has done their part. It's their third turnover forced, and now it's up to Samanza and co. to bleed off the clock and waltz on with a win.
Second interception by this Ball State defense. The second one not as clean as the first, but they'll take it regardless. Pemberton up the middle for just about a yard. Timeout called by Northern Illinois with 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go. That's their first timeout of the half. And they'll need to use the latter two in order to get the ball back here. Ball State in field goal range. I feel like that field goal range, AJ, has been extended with Corville's play today. Right now, looking at the ball on the 23-yard line, Ball State would love a field goal. If the Cardinals could kick it, would give them a 5-point lead and force Northern Illinois to have to go down and score the full 6.
I'll tell you what Ball State would like more than anything. It's a first down. That seals the game. NIU runs out of timeouts. Ball State gets a first down. It's over. They're in victory formation. You've got 2 plays to pick up 10 yards on your home field for homecoming. What do they want to bring with? How aggressive are they in their approach? You want the clock to continue ticking. Don't be surprised if we see a quick hitter. It's Kyle Kelly now in at shotgun.
We haven't seen Kelly hardly at all in the second half. They'll bring him in here for second down. Thought about a throw. He'll run around to the left. He's got room around the corner. Inside the 20, making sure to go down in bounds at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of about 7, and it'll bring up 3rd and 3. Kyle Kelly does his job, and now the decision becomes, honestly, a little more difficult of whether or not you run or throw the ball to try to get the first down, but 3 yards on a run, much more manageable than 10.
Well, Griffin, I'll be honest to listeners at home. When Kyle Kelly came into the shotgun, we both sort of looked at each other and rolled our eyes there. It did not feel like it was the right time to take the ball out of Samanza's hand, but credit where it's due to both Kyle Kelly and Jared Elliott, the play caller for Ball State. That worked to perfection. It's now a 3rd down and short where you mentioned it. It opens up Pandora's box. The playbook is wide open. In my eyes, I don't care if it's a run or a pass. You call up your best play to get 3 yards and go win the football game.
We have reached the 2-minute timeout in Muncie. Ball State 22, Northern Illinois 20. Ball State with a 3rd down and 3 inside the Northern Illinois red zone. When we return, the Cardinals try to put a stamp on homecoming with a win against their bitter rivals in the Huskies. We'll be right back on SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Hey, this is Keontae Newsom, senior linebacker with Ball State Football. Thanks for tuning in to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. This is your home for all things Ball State sports.
The last time these two teams played at Schumann Stadium, the fans who stuck around were treated to a thriller, as Brayden Carroll talked to us earlier in the show. This year, Massive crowd for homecoming. A good chunk of them have stuck around as the afternoon has turned into evening and the pretty day has turned into a chilling early evening. But the fans that have stuck around have been treated to yet another classic between the Ball State Cardinals and the Northern Illinois Huskies. The Cardinals have the ball on the 16-yard line, far hash, facing 3rd down and 3, and a chance to effectively ice this thing with 2 minutes to go.
Griffin, 3 yards for the rest of your life. Regardless of the fact that 99% of college players don't play at any level beyond this, no one can take away a homecoming win on your home field. Let's see what Ball State wants to bring. 3 yards for everything.
Ball State go with the formation change. They move into the shotgun. Vaughn Pemberton is the running back on the left hip of Samanza. They have 2 tight ends in Koziel and Abney. Flags fly as Samanza was ready to roll out and throw that football, and it's going to go on the offense.
False start, offense, number 64. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
And that one will hurt for Ball State. It makes it 3rd and 8, and that's the second time that the Cardinals left guard has gotten called for a false start today.
3 yards for the rest of your life turns into 8. That is a soul crusher for the Cardinals, who had the right play dialed up. Samanza, you mentioned it, was ready to get on the move and hit Koziel in stride. Instead, the Kyle Kelly run essentially erased, and now Samanza will have to cook from the shotgun.
Cardinals started empty. Pemberton came in, now flashes out to the right. They go slant route to Bowick, who makes the catch short of the sticks. They get back to the 16-yard line. NIU calls timeout. It'll bring up 4th down, and Ball State short yardage situation, but surely you have to take the 3 points here, AJ.
A 22-20 lead would turn into 25-20 with a field goal. Samanza wants the offense to stay out there because that's the type of competitor he is. We'll see ultimately what Mike New wants to do. In my personal opinion, Griffin, it may not play with analytics. It's definitely not going to play with your opinion because I know how we both view football. When you have a chance to win a game, you do it. In my opinion, Ball State needs to go for it on 4th down and have confidence in this offensive unit that's really gotten them to this point this season. It looks like they're going to go with the field goal unit, the more conventional look. I don't know, 2 minutes, a lot of time for NIU. You don't want to be left thinking, why didn't we go for 1st down when we had the opportunity to win it on our own control?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Well, I agree that they're bringing out the kicking team here. You know what happened at the end of the first half. They're out for a 33-yard field goal. It's Corville, who's been perfect today. The kick is up. It's blocked. That kick is blocked. NIU comes through with the blocked kick, and the Huskies will take over, trailing by 2 points.
Ball State gets nothing from Joey Stemler's interception. Absolutely crushing on that Cardinals sideline. What went from a 3rd down for the game with seemingly 3 points in their pocket turns into a line drive from Corville, who tried to punch it through the uprights, instead had it punched out of midair, and now the Northern Illinois Huskies are a field goal away from stealing this one on the road with 1:51 to play in the 4th.
Joey Stemler came up with a big interception the last time the Cardinals were on defense. Can the defense step up again? 1st down, Hampton trying to get out of pressure, has to throw it away out of bounds over his bench on the far side of the field. 2nd down and 10. Northern Illinois started this drive from the 20-yard line. They need the 30, but in hindsight, they need a lot more.
He was fortunate to even get out of the pocket there. On the move, threw it away. It was very close to the far hash mark in terms of intentional grounding, but Hampton was able to use his poise to get rid of it. Ultimately, just loss of down. Call it 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Hampton stands at the 15 ball, ready to be snapped from the 20. He'll step back and throw, looking to the right. He's got an out route through behind his tight end, but the catch is made out of bounds at the 25. It's Grayson Barnes, who we saw make a few catches in the first half. Quiet so far in the second, but makes an athletic catch to grab 5 yards and set up 3rd and 5.
Both teams' quarterbacks have loved using their safety net option and their big-bodied tight ends. This time it's the senior transfer who stands at 6'5", 225, Grayson Barnes, with the big readjustment and grab to make it 3rd and 5.
3rd down and 5. 3 receivers out to the left. Ball State showing a bit of pressure. They back off. Slant route found. First down, NIU.
Good grab over the middle. We've talked about the drops. That was a tough one from Dane Partridge. Does his part to start making up for it. Good catch over the middle. Diving on a bullet throw from Hampton. NIU gets the first.
Clock rolls. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go in the 2024 homecoming. Hampton to throw as he's hit high over the head of the intended target, and Partridge, who is streaking down the seam. Incomplete, second down. Berger got in there to disrupt. Kind of tripped on the end of that play, AJ. It almost hit the quarterback low.
That was great effort from Berger, and that was intentional, believe it or not, Griffin. Had he continued to finish out that hit, it would have been roughing the passer. That's a really good heads-up job to just lay off by Brandon Berger, who generated the initial steam and then had the poise and IQ to know he couldn't hit too high there. Instead, just stumbled to the ground, and it helps his Cardinals team get a stop on first down.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd and 10. Snapping the ball, looking to the right is Hampton. He throws beyond the sticks. What a catch that is! Beyond the 40 by Trayvon Rudolph. Up over the head, he went and got it like a rebound, and that's a first down for NIU. They're to the 42 with 1:20 to go. They run to the line. The clock runs once again. First down throw, looking high to the out route, and that one is caught again. Another high throw, another high catch. This time Cam Thompson across midfield for the Huskies to the 44-yard line of the Ball State Cardinals.
Late game soft coverage, questionable, even more so when you only have a 2-point lead. Time to stiffen up and play press.
Coming up on the final minute here. First down, they throw short. It's through the hands of Thompson, incomplete. It's one that should have been caught, and it would have gotten NIU to the precipice of field goal range. Instead, they've got to start over from the 44.
So a sigh of relief. Time for a deep breath for this methodical Ball State defense, who has sagged off here in one of the most important drives of the contest, letting NIU taking dink and dunks instead of allowing anything behind them. But now tapping on the door of field goal range, it's time to stiffen up defensively.
2nd and 10 from the 44. NIU looking to throw. Long time in the pocket. He delivers the drag route across the 35. It's a first down. Once again, Dane Partridge making himself available on this final drive to the 33 officially. Inside 1 minute to play at Schumann Stadium.
It's time to start talking about what NIU's kicker has done. Entering today, Cannon Woodle, 68.8% on field goal tries.
50 seconds to go. Looking to throw Hampton, and that pass is incomplete. Went back shoulder to Cam Thompson at the 20-yard line on the near side. Just could not find the link up. 2nd down and 10 from the 33.
Hampton drove that ball to the sideline with some force. Would have made it a layup of a field goal. Instead, Cannon Wooden still looks on. He's 4 for 5 from the 20 to 29-yard range. 4 for 5, 30 to 39, 2 for 4 from 40 to 49, where they currently stand. 1 for 2, 50 plus is long on the year. A 50-yarder on the nose, just like Corville hit today.
And that's where it would be if they kicked right now. 47 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 from the 33. Looking to throw. They bring a linebacker blitz. Outside pass. Caught. Once again, making the diving play, Trayvon Rudolph to the 25-yard line. And now it seems a bit more manageable for Northern Illinois. 30 seconds and counting to go. 3rd down and 2. Snap taken. Rudolph looking to throw short. Flags fly. Pass incomplete. And this one will not count as someone moved early.
Big decision here. Do you want to make it 3rd down and 7? Or do you stand with the incomplete pass? Mike New tasked with a huge choice here. I'd personally move him back 5 yards.
If I were to guess, though, I don't think that play should have ever started. I don't know if they can decline it. We'll see. Waiting for the official decision. Line judge on the far side having a conversation with the NIU coaching staff. Here it is.
Ball start. Offense. Number 54. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down. Northern Illinois has chosen to take their last timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff. This will be a 30-second timeout.
So with 24 seconds to go, Northern Illinois had to make an interesting decision there, AJ, because you feel like you're close to field goal range, if not in field goal range, right? You're at 47, 48 yards right now. Your kicker's long as 50, but there's the 10-second run out that has to be taken accounted for. And Northern Illinois had one timeout left. They opted to use it rather than to take the clock down to 14 seconds because they want a few more yards here.
It's a very interesting decision because now any catch in bounds means you have to hustle your field goal unit onto the field. I mean, that's putting a lot of pressure on Cannon Woodle and company. Even just the holder, Tom Foley, that's asking a lot of these guys to sprint onto the field, get set up, and be comfortable to try a field goal. That makes me think personally they're going to be pushing the ball to the boundary.
Well, and particularly if they're able to make that tackle and stop inside the first down marker, at least if you can get beyond the 23, the chains reset and you get a few extra seconds. But if this is shy of 7 yards in bounds, you're right, the kicker better get his running shoes on. From the 30, 3rd and 7, Hampton with pressure, throws, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for Grayson Barnes. Ball State brought a bunch of pressure. They nearly had the quarterback. If they had brought Hampton down, they would have been looking at 4th down with the clock rolling and out of field goal range. Now, it's time to see if the kicker can step up.
That it is. 1 for 2 from this range on the year. Cannon Woodle wants to play villain on the road. Number 92 lines it up.
We'll see if Mike New opts to ice the kicker. This is from 47 on the right hash for the lead for Northern NIU. They haven't led today. The kick is perfect. Good from the Huskies with 15 seconds remaining. Northern Illinois lead.
And Ball State deflated like a $1 balloon on the way home from Party City. All emotion wiped from the faces of the Cardinals. A game that they had full command of the entire way. NIU battles back, tougher than a $1 steak. You can say as many analogies as you want. This was Ball State's game to lose after entering as 13-point dogs. They showed up, showed out for 29 total minutes when it matters most. Cannon Woodle makes another long field goal. The senior from Plainfield, Illinois, just likely won it for the Huskies.
We talked about 2 years ago when Ball State won in double overtime. The last time Northern Illinois won this matchup was 3 seasons ago, and they kicked a game-winning field goal as time expired to beat the Cardinals. That's the last time they touched the Bronze Stalk Trophy. Have they just won it with a long field goal in the last minute of play here? 15 seconds to go. Ball State has 2 timeouts. Improbable? Sure, but certainly not over. Kick from the 35. They'll squib it. Ball State's got to try to get this upfield. It's bobbled and grabbed by Gilly, who will go down at the 26 with 13 seconds left.
And obviously the finger can't be pointed at Jackson Corville. He's made a couple big-time field goals today. But if you're Ball State, you have to think about the points left on the board. The blocked field goal would have made it a 5-point lead, likely allowed the defense to hold on. And then what about the missed PAT? This could be a tied ball game right now. So just a tough situation for a very up-and-down day from Jackson Corville. Yes, he had the career long. He nailed a 47-yarder as well. But when it's all said and done, Ball State's down to the thick of it here. 13 seconds to go, needing to give him a try.
Cardinals with 2 timeouts. They've got a ways to go. From the 26, looking to throw deep. Samanza down the left sideline. He's got a man. It's caught by Malcolm Gilly at the NIU 40-yard line. 7 seconds on the game clock. Ball State called timeout.
What a throw. Even better catch. Put it where only your guy can get it. Caden Samanza, all the emotions. As he went up and snagged it out of the sky. Malcolm Gilly's longest catch of the year couldn't have come in a bigger moment.
Malcolm Gilly went up and grabbed that. And the throw could not have been better from Samanza, who's up over 200 yards today.
So the ball is at the Northern Illinois University 40. To make it a realistic field goal try, Ball State's going to have to pick up some yardage. This is where it's big to still have the timeout in your pocket. You think they want to go over the middle of the field, get some yak, and then get down, call a timeout, and try a game-winning field goal of their own.
8 seconds officially on the clock. They add 1 second after deliberation with the replay booth. The ball is on the Northern Illinois 40 on the far hash. Jackson Corville is kicked from 50 today. I told AJ during the break it was good from at least 55. I don't think they could kick it from here, but Corville has proven us wrong already today. Can they get a few more yards and give him a shot? From the shotgun, Samanza, NIU, bring pressure. Caden fires. He's got Koziel at the 35. Ball State calls timeout with 5 seconds to go. And Jackson Corville will have a shot at being the hero on a game where he has delivered career highs. He has delivered maybe one of the best games, if not the best game of his career. But he just had a field goal blocked. He just had a PAT go off the upright. Is the confidence there for Jackson Corville, who could win the Bronze Stalk? What a task for the sophomore.
On Ball State homecoming, number 96 has a chance to silence any of the thoughts in the back of his mind. This Ball State kicker missed a PAT, had the tack-on field goal blocked late into the fourth, but his offense, led by Caden Samanza and a couple of darts, in under 15 seconds, have driven down the field and given Corville a chance to rest fairly comfortably this evening with a big-time kick ready to leave his boot. Griffin, you mentioned it, Jackson Corville has had the long game in his pocket. He struggled from closer. That plays in favor of Ball State here.
Jackson Corville will run out from the kicking net on the far side. 5'10", 178, the sophomore from Dayton, Ohio, has a chance to be a hero. This one is from 52. Northern Illinois blocked his last kick. They'll bring pressure here. From right down the middle to hold the Bronze Stalk. The snap's down, the hold's good, the kick is up, and it is good! Jackson Corville from 52 wins the homecoming game for Ball State.
We are checking the time on the field. We are checking the time on the game clock.
Wow.
Ball State students are rushing the field from the student section. It's a sea of red.
New career long, lasted all of an hour. Jackson Corville makes it from 52, and the Cardinals storm the field.
This game is not going to be over, though, folks. There are going to be at least 1, maybe 2 seconds on the game clock where NIU will get this football back. The fans clear the field. The players clear the field.
Happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming.
How about it? Caden Samanza, cold-blooded down the field. You want to trust a redshirt freshman? That kid just looked like an NFL superstar. Bingo down the field when you need it most. Number 3 steps up. And then how about Jackson Corville? Money in the bank. There will be 2 seconds on the clock.
2 seconds on the clock. Ball State will kick it away. Northern Illinois will need a miracle. AJ, I think the Jackson Corville fan club has just grown in the thousands.
I mean, in front of this crowd on this type of night, Jackson Corville has delivered and then some. Caden Samanza gave him a shot. Corville made the most of the opportunity. And a Ball State team that's been under a microscopic lens all year, so much scrutiny, is 2 seconds away from the biggest win of their 2024 campaign.
2 seconds. Enough for a squib, but enough for the Huskies to grab it and go down if they get it cleanly and run a play. Homer's going to have a chat with his team, but the energy's high in Muncie, and it was so low 30 seconds ago.
30 seconds on the game clock.
Feels like an eternity. The kick's away from the 35. It's a dribbler. It's grabbed at the 34, and they go down there. It was Gavin Williams on the hands team, who fielded it cleanly and went down. No time comes off the clock. 60 minutes comes down to one tackle.
Yeah, the intrigue here from your own 35, no one at this level has the muscle to get it to the end zone. So you're going to need some trickery, maybe a lateral, some run after the catch. Let's see if there's a rabbit up the hat of NIU, who's on the brink of falling to 1-3 in conference play.
They have 3 receivers to the left. It's time to play the lateral game. Can Northern Illinois win the lottery? Snaps taken. They'll go short. Cam Thompson on the ball at the 40. Flips it to Trayvon Rudolph. He switches the play, and it's blown up. Miles Norwood falls on it at the 25-yard line, and Ball State have risen. They've risen to the challenge, and they defeat Northern Illinois 25-23.
What a game. I mean, what a game. Now the fans are on the field. They've earned it. Ball State with under 20 to go. 2 plays, all they need. Caden Samanza, the hero. Jackson Corville, Superman. Ball State picks up their 2nd win in the MAC. Championship hopes stay alive. They move to 3-5. More notably, big time for a team with bowl aspirations.
Never say never, AJ. The field goal from 52 may not have been good from 54. But Jackson Corville and the Ball State offense stepped up when it was most required. They hoist the Bronze Stalk trophy on the near side. Celebratory of one of the biggest wins and one of the most climactic wins in a lot of these Ball State fans' memories. Either present students or alumni back in town. This one will go down in the record books.
They better get Jackson Corville a game ball. I mean, my goodness, what a wicked, gutsy performance. My jaw is on the floor. 52 yards, your career long, just gross. You mentioned it, maybe had it by a half yard to clear the crossbar. The Ball State Cardinals are going to move to 3-5 on the year, 2-2 in the MAC, and the all-time series between these two. What's more fitting than being even at 25 apiece? Just always such a good game when these two meet.
Is there anything even else to say, AJ? We're going to step aside. Ball State 25, Northern Illinois 23. When we get back, we'll break it all down. There's a lot to break down here in Muncie. The final score at Schumann Stadium, Ball State 25, Northern Illinois 23. You're listening to Ball State football here on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Hey, this is Caden Samanza, redshirt freshman quarterback for Ball State football. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Post game here in Schumann Stadium, 25-23. And as the sun sets in Muncie, the sun sets on perhaps the most memorable homecoming week in recent history here at this prestigious and wonderful university. 25-23 the final. And AJ Swiatek here. I'm going to bring you in. What a finish. And before we get there, just a look at the overall statistics, how this thing went down. Because it was just punch after punch. The defensive stepping up. The offense is finding a big play when they need it. It just seemed like no one went to sleep ever.
How about it? After a scoreless third quarter, the fourth quarter begins with Ball State leading 19-14. Then with 8:56 to go, Jackson Corville makes a 50-yard field goal. It goes to 22-14 in favor of the Cardinals. NIU not done quite yet. They score a touchdown, have the 2-point conversion in their grasp. It's dropped. So now Ball State leads it 22-20. Then Ball State has a field goal blocked. NIU goes the distance of the field, and with 18 seconds left, their 47-yard field goal is good to take a 23-22 lead. Then in a total of 13 seconds, Caden Samanza fires 2 heat-seeking missiles downfield. Jackson Corville nukes the end zone with a 52-yard bomb of a dagger, and the Ball State Cardinals win the Bronze Stalk Trophy. Happy homecoming. Get home safe. Just an unbelievable Saturday. It's nearing 7 p.m., and there's no way I would have rather spent my Saturday than here with you, Griff.
And I'm right back at you, partner. This has been one of the most entertaining football games I've watched, let alone called. And for Ball State, I mean, I can hear it not only in my voice but in your voice, and the general demeanor of everyone still flooding the field in some droves. Just what does this mean to the program, to the families, to the university?
I mean, it means a lot, right? On a mere standpoint of the stat sheet, this keeps a lot of people employed. Let's be serious here. Ball State's win is a massive reason that changes aren't going to be made immediately. If Ball State had fallen to Northern Illinois and likely lost all bowl aspirations, it's just really hard to imagine that things tangibly stay the same. Instead, it's a complete change of the vibrations here from Muncie, Indiana. Speaking from myself personally, a fan who supports Ball State, obviously on the air maintains a neutral approach. This could not be a bigger win and turning point in the season, because you look at the upcoming schedule for Ball State and everything is still in front of them. So Coach New has his guys ready to go, and I'll tell you what, in his 9th season here, after not making a bowl game since 2020, this is a serious stepping stone in the right direction in the 2024 campaign.
I'll say it keeps a lot of people locked in on Ball State football. It's really easy as the midweek action comes in. If the season isn't going the way that fans want, the donors want, people don't always show up. It is what it is. But a game like this, a win like this, people are going to be here in the next Ball State home game against Miami of Ohio, another rivalry that I'm looking forward to calling alongside you again, I might add, on a Tuesday night when maybe if you're 2-6, it's not the same result, and it
not maybe.
Cliche,
that's
it's
the truth.
Absolutely the truth. You have a win like this, and you have complete joy in Ball State football from the top to the bottom of everyone involved in the organization. It flips a season on its head. It flips the outlook of a program on its head, and it could not have come at a bigger time with so many eyes on the game. Just hats off to everyone involved, because you have a win like that, it really changes things.
This win cannot be understated. Seriously, Ball State does the impossible. It's almost reminiscent of the Chiefs-Bills conference championship game, right? I mean, just no time to go. All hope seems to be lost. Your quarterback takes matters into his own hands. That is the sign of a superstar. Caden Samanza certainly starting to foster and flourish as such. I'll remind you, get home safe. Please spend the rest of your Saturday evening as safe as possible for homecoming, right? The Ball State Cardinals with a big-time win. Don't have too much fun, because we've got a big one coming up. As you mentioned, just in a couple of Tuesdays, myself and Griffin will have the coverage of Ball State's next home game, where there's a real opportunity they'll be sitting at 4-5.
Ball State with a huge win over the Northern Illinois Huskies to wrap up homecoming week. They take it 25-23. For Ryan Stojetz, our producer, Brayden, Carroll on the sideline, AJ Swiatek to my right, I'm Griffin Leonard, saying thank you so much for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, and we hope you have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you on the flip side on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.